Yes, of course. Uncharted 3 music is much better than Uncharted 4 music. Uncharted 4 has like two good songs. It's like the intro song and then, well, literally it's the intro song and the boat song. Those are the two good ones. Uncharted 3 has much better music. It's just Uncharted 3 has more personality in the music. Like they more like, Middle Eastern feel. It just has more identity than the stuff that they use in Uncharted 4. I think Uncharted 2 obviously has the best like rendition of the Drake song. Like that one is pretty much iconic. I mean, they're all kind of similar, but I think Uncharted 2 is the best rendition of it. But I think Uncharted 3 overall has the most personality out of all the games. Like a lot of people don't like Uncharted 3, but I mean, I think it's Uncharted 3 is like Ooze's style compared to the other ones. Like Uncharted 2 and 4 are good games, but I feel like 3 just has a stronger vibe than the other ones do. Even though the campaign is probably the weakest one of the four games, well, I'd say it's better than Uncharted 1. It just has a lot more to it. I feel like it's like it's more memorable. I don't think it's just a question of the fact that we were kids back then. I think it's just genuinely a little bit more iconic. Because I remember all the fucking songs in Uncharted 3, even the fucking power play music. It was amazing. The weakest one of the four games. Yeah, it would be nice, but that would actually require effort from Naughty Dog, so I'm not getting that. Anything that requires Naughty Dog to actually fucking do something with their game would. That's gonna happen. That doesn't happen. But it's like, yeah, if you have like Uncharted 3, like you have this one. I think it's this one. Like you have this one. Oh, you're here. We got that one, and then we also got this one. So it's like Uncharted 3 is. It's also the fact that Uncharted 3 actually has a bunch of renditions of the single player music in the multiplayer. Like Uncharted 4 doesn't have that. Like they didn't make any separate music for the multiplayer or anything. Which is like Uncharted. I think Uncharted 2 had specific music for the multiplayer as well. So Uncharted 3 has a lot of stuff. Sure, the power play sucked ass, but the music was good. Like we love Uncharted 3, bro. No. Oh, we're dead. I'm dead. Cloudy, bro. You're gonna have to play. Great music, bro. I agree. Isn't that power play? Yeah, 2 of those were from the power play music. But it's really fucking good, though. The power play music is like better than a lot of the like mainline soundtrack. I love that one. And actually, that song is a remix. Like all the multiplayer power play music are remixes of like the actual soundtrack. So that's why it like sounds so good as well. One of you guys shoot your guns here. Put the music again, bro. I'm playing here. I can't listen to the music. Hello, Penny. Sorry, I'm locking in. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Also, which one? The first one or the second? Or the third? Okay, I got one of those matches. My carpet is not shooting straight, so... Claudius are carrying this one. How did he not down him? What are you talking about? I'm playing here, no music while playing. Wait, I marked him, but I didn't get like a point. I didn't get the 5 points for him. No, I'm not gonna be shredded.
Get out! I dare you! You're down! Goodbye! I get that step.
That guy got insta there. What? How did he get a shot off? Thank you. Man is literally down and he's just still shooting. She's crazy. Life is cheap, cheap. There's a guy down here, I think. What's this new game? Good question. I never played this game before. This is my first day.
Enjoy your last breath.
What downed me? At M14? Okay. Wait, did I get shot in the back or not? Is this the real Simple Legend, or also known as underscore 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 XD? Well, I think it was LI underscore, and then it's like 6 underscores, XD, and then it's another 6 underscores, and II, or LI. Fucking. Like, I don't know, I paid, I think I paid MTech $10 for that account. Like, he made an alternate account with the worst name I've ever seen in my life. The fuck, man.
I'm too much for you.
I've only skimmed through it. I haven't actually read it in full. But yeah, I mean, I agree with most of the things. Most of the quality of life improvements, I would say, I agree with. Like, obviously, like adding more color options, like adding the ability to have 2 different, like you can have 2 different like face customization at some point. I mean, I think that would be good, being able to have multiple ones. Like, obviously right now it's only the mask and the head. Like, it's a bit strange that they don't have like face, like upper face, lower face, etc. Like, they could have a lot of stuff introduced that. Obviously, for my concept for the cosmetic system, like it's similar to Uncharted 3, but a little bit more like in detail. But other than that, like, yeah, we pretty much agree on that. But the thing is, everyone wants that, so it's not necessarily like a... Like, every single person that plays Uncharted 4 wants a better customization system. Of course they do. Like, why wouldn't they? Just weird. Yeah, but Black Ops 7 is ass. I'm just waiting for Modern Warfare 4. I hope it's good. If it's not good, I'm never playing Call of Duty again. That did not down him? There's 5 here! So I think so far, like, what I read, I like. Like, I haven't, like, all, like, fully agreed with, like, a lot of the, like, balancing things. But, yeah, in regards to quality of life improvements and content updates, like, yeah, I'd say I agree with most of it. Because at this point, this game is just, like, I'm probably gonna make a YouTube video where I read it through. Because I obviously never made a video about my own concept, so... I'll probably try to make a video where I go through your concept and then I look at mine as well and I compare the things that I do agree with and I don't agree with. So yeah, we can probably see that. That video is probably gonna be an hour long though, so it'll be a while. But yeah, I'll try to do it.
They're on the ground. Put them down.
What? Down him?
Say hello to my little friend. Goodbye.
Yeah, mostly regarding the weapons. I need to try it, bro. Use the mouse and keyboard? Okay, bro. Honestly, I'll probably be worse at this game if I use mouse and keyboard, to be honest. I'm an old man now. Can aim. Oh, shit! No, Cloudy, you fat fuck! Bro, I had like 4 downs there! You fat ass right in front of me. Fuck's sake. Good morning, Cactus. Hello, Ison. I7. I mean, there's a lot of the ones that I look through, but obviously, like, I think a lot of people just like try like overdo a lot of things when it comes to weapon balancing. Like, you don't need to make major changes. Like, I think some of the changes in the concept that I read, like, I don't necessarily remember which one in particular right now, but it's like, yeah, they were a little bit too excessive. I think it was in regards to the Para 45. I'll have to look at it again. I may be misremembering. But either way, it's like, yeah, I think like when it comes to like balancing the weapons, I feel like the less is better. Again, the fact that most guns in this game are pretty well balanced as it is. There's a couple outliers like the FAL, the Crevasse, Graphica, etc. But overall, like they're all pretty fine. Like even the GX would easily be overpowered if you did too much with it. Like the GX39 is one of the best guns in the game. It's just some people don't know how to use it. So it's like, yeah, if you buff the GX too much, like, that'll just be the best gun in the game. And the problem thing is, too, when you nerf other weapons, well, yeah, that creates a big, like, feedback loop in regards to other weapons. If you buff one gun and nerf another gun, well, then, yeah, you can create a lot big issue with the balancing. That guy flew so far. This game still looks beautiful. I mean, it's still good. You should come back to it. I mean, you can play Uncharted 2 and 3. I'm not sure how good you are on Uncharted 3, but I know you were good at Uncharted 2. The only people that play Uncharted 2 now is pretty much the people that are all 35 years old, but... and maybe a couple people a little bit younger here and there. Bro, die! Bro, you're dead? Okay, man. Man, he's unlimited health. Wasn't it the Para 45? Was it the Raffica then? I'm not sure what it was. What's another gun? I mean, it was one of the guns that kind of looked like the Para 45. So it was either the Raffica, the Para 45, or Para 9, I think. Get up. Get out of here.
I think we hit those dogs hard enough, don't you?
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Aegis would be the worst gun in the game at that point. It's like, one of the reasons that the Aegis is like... the only thing you really need to do with the Aegis, I would say, was just maybe reduce the fire rate by like 20 RPM or something. But the thing is, the Enforcer is just better than the Aegis now that you're actually running it. Like, the Enforcer has like a maybe 20 milliseconds slower time to kill than the Aegis, and it's perfect like range. But it's much more accurate and it shoots much faster. So it's like, I feel like the Aegis doesn't have to be touched that much, honestly. Like, the fire rate is a little bit too fast. But at that point, I think like if you nerf that, the Enforcer is gonna be even better. So I think the Enforcer also needs its fire rate reduced a little bit, not much, but because right now the Aegis shoots like 440 RPM or 375 or something. I think it's like if you do that on 440 to 400 and Enforcer from like 600 to 560 or something, I think that'd be fine. I think they do shoot a little bit too quickly just for how good they are. Like the reason that the Para 45 isn't actually a meta weapon is because the fact that it doesn't actually it doesn't shoot that fast and it doesn't give that much damage wobble. But that's kind of the thing. If you nerf those guns a little bit, you gotta nerf the HS as well, which I did when I reduced the headshot multiplier a little bit. But if you reduce the headshot multiplier in the HS, you gotta do it on the Copperhead, and you gotta do it on the Foul also, and the Kravosk, of course. So I think the less you do is probably better, because if you nerf the headshot multiplier on the Foul, the Kravosk, and the HS and the Copperhead, well, then you don't really need to touch that many other weapons. Like, sure, the Metaler will be pretty good by then, I guess. But I don't think the Metaler is really that overpowered, personally. Is there any tournaments for Uncharted 4, Uncharted 2? There are some in Uncharted 2. I'm pretty sure Monster still plays, Panic plays, Random plays, Thugs Bunny plays. There's a lot of people that still play Uncharted 2, so yeah, if you get involved with Uncharted Reloaded, you could probably play it again. I'm pretty sure Silhouette Lights plays as well, so all the guys that you used to play with, I think they're in Uncharted 2 right now. I don't know, I'm not sure about Yaoi, but I know those guys are there. Uncharted 4 doesn't really have shit, though. You saw your little flank? I saw you blocking my nade with your fat ass. It's a Mozambique, bro. The Para 45 does not give them more damage wobble. What do you mean? The Para 45 does not have the increased damage wobble. That's only the only guns that have that in the game is the Raffica, the Enforcer, the Arrowhead, the Kravosk, the Metler. Yeah, those are the only guns. The Para 45 does not have increased damage wobble. They also nerfed the amount of damage wobble the Foul gives as well, like a very long time ago. I'm playing Marvel Rivals with Yaoi. Yeah, that's the last I heard about. I think some people like oh yeah, Pumas plays Uncharted 3 as well. Shot me instead of you. Yeah, because I was trying to fucking throw a nade and you ran into it. Yeah, but the thing is, if you reduce the headshot multiplier on the Foul and the Copper, you got it on the HS as well. So. Kravosk, of course, is the number one. It's not pretty high. Like the game only has three separate damage wobble or instances. Like the Foul deals slightly less damage wobble. Then every other gun deals the same, except for the ones that have higher. Which is, as I said, the Enforcer, the M4 also, the Enforcer, the M4, the Arrowhead, the Raffica, and the what the fuck was the other gun I mentioned? I think the ARX may actually do it as well. Now that I think about it, what the fuck am I doing? So there's one gun that has less, and there's 6 guns that have more, and then the rest of them all the same. The Spisati actually, now that I think about it, may also have the increased ones. Because I think with the Spisati, you get a lot of damage wobble even if you get a hit from across the entire map. Because it's a bit weird with the way the damage wobble works in this game that they didn't actually program it to have less depending on range. So it's like if you hit someone with a shotgun from 100 meters, they get the same damage wobble as point blank. Yeah. Let's play it together. I am from Brazil. I don't really want to play with more than one person at a time because this game sucks if you play with a party of 3 or 4. Like, Party of 2, I think, is fine because you generally get, like, pretty fair games. Party of 3, you always seem to run into solos. It's weird. Parties of 4, it's like, yeah, then the entire team is going to leave, so. Playing, yes, King of the Hill with Cloudy, I think, is fine. My gun is not shooting! It's like, yeah, as I said, it's just the fact that when you start nerfing a couple things, then you're gonna nerf another thing, and then when you nerf that, and you start buffing things while nerfing things, you end up kind of in a stalemate where, yeah, the game just becomes different. And the thing is, as I said, you don't really want to change how the guns function, so I'm kind of like, don't really want to change, like, the fire rate or anything on the Aegis and the Enforcer. But I think that's pretty much the only way you'll actually change them without them feeling like absolute horseshit. Because most people are not even gonna notice a difference if you reduce the fire rate by like 30 RPM. And like I want to make a really small change, and if it feels like shit, you just revert it. Because the thing is, like, if you look at the Enforcer, for example, most competitive players used to use the Aegis before the Enforcer, but now that a lot of people are actually using the Enforcer, it's kind of like, yeah, it kind of shits on the Aegis. So it's like a lot of people didn't know that the Raffiga was gonna be meta when the game came out. People didn't use it at all. Like I remember Locke one time, he said that the Raffiga was like actually overpowered. I remember he said it like in 2016. I'm pretty sure Simply was there as well. And I think we all clowned on him for it. We were like, yeah, the Raffiga's dog shit. And and then all this time later, I think Locke would probably be happy knowing that the Raffiga is actually meta now. Because I remember he was also like, he also really liked the Copperhead. He liked the Copperhead and Raffiga. But he stopped using the Raffiga because we clowned on him, so he's been vindicated. Because I said this a lot in my YouTube videos, but it's like, the thing with the Enforcer is that it kills slightly slower than the Aegis and its ideal time to kill, but it is much more accurate. Like, you're not missing shots with the Enforcer. So it's just more consistent. Like, you're gonna trade a slight time to kill just for more consistency. So it's like, yeah, let's say you reduce the Aegis fire rate by 20 RPM and the Enforcer by 40. I think then they would probably be fine. They feel a little bit different, but for the vast majority of players, they wouldn't even notice it, so. And also that also effectively reduces the amount of RNG you would have in situations as well where, well, not RNG, but situations where people just be like, oh my god, the gun doesn't shoot that fast. So reducing fire rate is probably the only thing I can actually consider because it actually kind of like fixes rapid fire controllers or mods that people use. And it also would make the guns a little bit more consistent for people as well. Because like generally shooting a gun fast is not really a question of like actual. It's not a skill expression. Because obviously a person that has really fast fingers and can fire the Enforcer at max fire is gonna have a big advantage over someone that can't. And so it's like, yeah, sure, shooting a gun fast doesn't mean you have rapid fire, but some people can't do it, so people that can have a natural advantage. And you could say, yeah, they deserve it because they can click the buttons faster, but like, I don't know. Well, you gotta consider the people that aren't like super good as well sometimes. Well, not super good. I mean, the thing is, like, anyone can shoot. I think pretty much anyone can shoot the Enforcer max fire rate if they use practice, though. But I think it shoots a little bit too fast. It shoots fast and like a lot of Call of Duty pistols do. I haven't read anything about the kickback system. As I said, I only skimmed through most of it. Well, I mean, new. That's also straight out of my idea as well. But yeah, I think we have some differences there, actually, don't we? I mean, the kickback system is a legitimately good system, so I'm not against any idea of bringing it back. As I said, though, heavy weapons should just never be in it, because that would ruin the game. But like, I think like power weapons on the map just like would make the game a whole lot more fun, generally. I mean, it did. I mean, that's the thing. Like Uncharted 2 and 3, power weapons on the map does fucking a lot for those games. Like, it's a reason that Team Deathmatch doesn't actually suck donkey balls in Uncharted 2 and 3. But it sucks ass in this game because, well, there's no actual objectives on the fucking map. Sure, you can pick up the diamond, but what's the fucking point? We have two guys that have one down combined, bro. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I skimmed through it, but yeah, as I said, there was a couple of things that stood out that I didn't necessarily agree with. But I'll make a video about it, and I'll talk about the ones that I don't agree with and why, obviously. But it's like your document's like fucking 116 pages, bro. Mine is only like 31. Well, no, I think mine is less. I think it's like 19, maybe. And my text is a lot bigger. So I guess you have less on screen, but yeah. I think it's like But I have two concepts. I have the Battle Royale concept as well, but nobody has actually seen that one, so... Well, actually, some people have seen it, but nobody, like, that's in the community, really. And that's obviously built upon my concept of the game as well, so... What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Sit down. It's so funny when people shoulder swap really slowly, because it's like, they have no idea what they're doing. Cloudy, shoot him. He did. Yeah, but Uncharted 4 already has that in the classic mode setting, so... I understand why people wouldn't necessarily want to change that system, but the thing is, though, like, power weapons aren't even used for the majority of the map. People only really use power weapons, like, after the halfway map is over anyway. So, it's like changing that wouldn't really change too much about the game. Like, wow, like, after 5 minutes, the entire enemy team buys an ARX. It's like, yeah, instead of having that, you would actually have to, like, do something to fucking earn it. I think that is one of the, like, the singular decisions I actually probably make that would actually change the baseline mechanics. But the thing is, with the in-game fucking shop system, that thing sucks. Yeah, then the video's gonna be 5 hours long. But yeah, I'll look into it. As I said, I want to make a video about it. I just haven't really... I have a bunch of other Uncharted videos I'm trying to, like, make as well. It's just, like, fucking hard to, like, edit properly, I feel like. Like, it's hard to, like, kind of find... Like, editing is not an easy thing to do, generally. Like, it's easy to edit. It's easy to put, like, clips together. But then you also gotta edit them properly with how you talk. And you gotta make sure that it all, like, looks the way it should. Like, it's not an easy task. So it's like, yeah, I can put a bunch of stuff together and just talk, but like I'm not a huge fan of how it turns out, so I kind of want to change that. So, guys, obviously I made my anniversary video, but that one kind of sucks, so I'm just kind of trying to find better ways. Yeah, I mean that's kind of thing. Like I don't want to post my concept before it's actually finished as well, so it's kind of like hard. So yeah, if there are things you want to change, of course.
Down they go.
What? They fall down? What the hell? Because, like, I mean, realistically, is anyone in this game gonna be like, oh yeah, like, oh, you can't buy power weapons, this game sucks? I think the average person that plays this game would probably prefer having power weapons on the map. Not the way they're set up currently. I like how me and Claudius, like, play this match like it's 2v5. This guy's 0-7, bro. David said nothing. I see. Yeah, I mean, if you're updating the document in real time, then I'll just wait a couple weeks. But yeah, either way, at the end of the day, it's like, I guess now that you're saying it, maybe removing that system altogether, taking away heavy weapons out of kickbacks, or well, shop system. I think you'd rather have other objectives on the map that motivate you to actually play the fucking game. Because in the current state of the game, because of the fact that the in-game shop exists, it means that you can just sit in the rooftops, like, room, or you can sit in New Devon in the big room. You can just sit the entire game and you can buy power weapons, right? Like, it makes the game way too campy and too unnecessarily campy as well. And it doesn't actually punish people for playing that way. Like, you want people to actually engage with the mechanics of the game. And Naughty Dog tried doing that by putting the diamonds on the map. And for people like me, well, that's pretty nice, moving around the map, picking up the diamonds. But realistically, if those would rather be power weapons, it would be add a lot more competitive spirit to the game and a lot more of a tense, more of like an intense situation as well. Because it means that you actually have to fight around the map to actually achieve some kind of control. And not just sit in the same corner of the map with the 5 crevasse and 5 fouls the entire game. Sure, a lot of people in pubs don't really do that, but if you played Uncharted 4 competitively, Yeah, you know how people play this game. They tend to all sit in the same place. So it's kind of like, yeah, and then they all buy ARXs. Yeah, I mean, I think for my changes to the power weapons on the map is also similar to Uncharted 2 and 3. Not the way they currently have it. Right now, they have it like that big glowing hair, and then power weapon spawns in or whatever. But obviously, in my concept, you have more boosters. Your power hunter is back, for example, and the power weapons just spawn in like set locations. So it's like, yeah, you'll have it like Uncharted 3 does it. Like, you'll find an RPG with 2 shots in a certain locations. You find a China Lake. Like the ARX also, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I really did with the ARX, honestly. I don't know if I even touched it at all, but I don't like the concept of the ARX as a power weapon. I genuinely fucking hate that shit. Yeah. On the forehand, resupply and bonus metal. Yeah, I mean bonus metal is good, I think. Like Uncharted 3 had that. You had the sometimes it would be a treasure chest, so you got like three metal, whatever it was called. So I guess that's kind of what we got in the treasure system in this game. It's like the remains of that. But I don't think it's enough motivation to make people move around. Yeah, I mean you can't change the base game too much. The base game flow should still largely be the same, but you just demand people to actually play the fucking game and engage with it. Because like as I said, there's a lot of people that can just like, let's say you're playing against a decent team in TDM in a party of 5, they can have 5 people just like camping in this area, like there, here, and here. And if you're on the enemy team, you can't really do anything against that. But let's say all the power weapons spawn on different locations, while the people up here may only get one, and the rest of the people on the controlling the map, they get all the other power weapons, meaning they can probably do more with it. Like, yeah, as I said, I don't want to change too many things either. But I want people to actually engage with the gameplay. Like, instead of just sitting uncovered the entire game, they'll actually have to play. Because, like, ultimately, at the end of the day, like, people that play Uncharted 2 and 3 are going to be much more likely to return to this game if it actually plays, like, more similar to the previous 2 games. Like, yeah, the movement will still be the same, the gunplay will still be the same, everything will still be the same, the hook as well, but there will be more incentives to actually controlling the map. And that's really something that this game desperately needs, because so many people just, like, sit behind cover the entire game. Come on, bro, turn around. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I look into it. It's also something that would be hard to tell. I mean, I guess maybe ranked could have that. Oh, I suck. Sorry about that. Sorry about the pack.
Enjoy your last friend. Get that thing.
Hello, paper.
No escape, cabron.
No escape, cabron.
Chicago en tus muertos.
Yeah, but it's also the fact that you will kind of split the player base as well at that point. You kind of want to make sure that everyone is playing kind of like the same game. Because that's one of the things where, like, yeah, you're always gonna have competitive. Nice speed glitch, bro. You're always gonna have competitive players and casual players. But the thing is, you kind of gotta put them together. And if you start splitting the player base between these two communities, then the game ends up like shit. Like the reason, like, look at Counter Strike or something. The reason Counter Strike and like Valorant is like has, sure, they have like pretty toxic communities, but they are pretty entwined. Like all casual players know that the best players are gonna be higher ranks. So it's like instead of making the game like two different games, so basically cater to two completely different audiences, it's better to make minimal changes that merges the two audiences. Because Uncharted players are all like, one of the biggest issues that the fact that everyone gets like a fucking cult mentality in this game. Like, you have people developing a cult mentality with TDM above King of the Hill, so it's like, people obviously always do it. But the reason that Uncharted 2 and 3 have so much better communities is because of the fact that the competitive aspect of the game is largely the same as the casual aspect of the game. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Exactly. Yeah, but that's also, as I said, like, that splits the player base. Like, there's a reason why Naughty Dog made ranked specifically only one mode and switched it from TDM to King of the Hill. Because, like, you gotta make sure that you're basically funneling the remaining player base to all interact with each other. Like, I mean, it's generally very important for, like, overall, like, health of the community. Because, like, at the same, you can't always cater to people. You can't be like, hey, everyone should be allowed to play their way. It's like, yeah, sure, they should be allowed to play their way. Of course. But they're still playing Uncharted 4. Like, you can't play Uncharted 4 the way you play Call of Duty, for example. It's like, you're still gonna have to interact with the game's mechanics. So I would always say you don't want to change too much, and you don't want to split up the community too much. Like, most of the concept ideas that I had for the game are mostly just like functional quality improvements, UI, cosmetics, etc. Like, just making the game like finish, fixing the speed glitch, having a functional report system, maybe having clan tags back, just having more features in the game, more things that make the game be people like, oh, that's nice, you know. So in my concept, I have relatively minimal changes to like the base game itself. It's pretty much just bringing back the kickback system. That's pretty much it. And the kickback system, all it does is just, that's also the thing, because the kickback system forces people to engage with the game as well, right? Because because that's the thing, it gives an incentive to play different ways, get kills in different ways as well, if you get more medals from doing it. You know? You're not dead. You're not dead. Okay, bro. Whatever. My aim assist just disappeared. Subnautica 2. Yeah. Not a huge fan of those games. Like, I don't like big open spaces, especially not underwater, so I think that's like a human trait, to be honest. Like, I had obviously some, like, for me, it's just the kickback system. Obviously, I removed the guns costing loadout points thing. And just reduce the overall loadout points to 20 instead of 26. Because realistically, the only reason you have 26 is because long gun costs 5 and a pistol costs 1. Which also would mean it's like, because I don't really like the idea of balancing pistols around loadout points, because that's really fucking weird. It's like, for example, why is the Agawal 2 loadout points and the Kravosk 1? Makes no sense. Like, it's a weird way to balance the game. Because, for example, if you look at Uncharted 3 as well, for example, like, yeah, people can have a long gun and a pistol. I think that's fine. Like, sure, some people run pistol-only loadouts, but I don't think there's that many people that actually do that. The only time you really do it in this game, in the current system, because of the fact you need more loadout points for, like, sidekicks and mysticals. But that's also what creates this issue with this game, where a lot of people just buy everything at a certain point in the game, which makes the game pretty undynamic. It usually means that most of the game is just straight up like revive pack, grenade, C4, and gunplay, and then the last fucking 10 minutes, the last fucking 3 minutes of the game is just 100 mysticals, right? 100 sidekicks. And which I think genuinely is fundamentally bad game design, because it means that people are not actually engaging with the mechanics the way that the developers intended them to be. And it's like, yeah, sure, you could say that that's fine. People don't have to engage with the mechanics the way the developers intended to. But it's kind of like, I think I'd rather see like fewer mysticals across the board, but more dynamically used, than just seeing like 20 fucking brutes and Asgards in the last hill. Like, I suck. Oh, I suck. The Creepy 7 is a very weird name.
Thanks. Outgoing.
He left because he got down. Pussy! If you're one of these people speed glitching and then you leave at the end of the game because you lose, you're a pussy. Because the thing is, even Uncharted 4 just doesn't have that many players. This game has 2,000 players. Like, let's say, for example, right now, we have regular ranked. Like, right now, we have regular ranked. Obviously, people play that occasionally, right? And you have Team Deathmatch and King of the Hill. Those are pretty much the only 3 modes that people actually play, right? So you need to actually provide modes for the game that people would actually either come back to, or games that would actually provide more stuff for the game. Yeah, I saw it. Cause that's kind of the whole thing, because we have a lot of modes in this game that are kind of just like not getting played. Like Uncharted 2, for example, if you remember Uncharted 2, like chain reaction, turf war, and all like elimination, and like Mark, I'm not sure what it was called. Uncharted 2 had a lot of these modes separate, right? And nobody played them because they were all decent modes, but they were separate. Uncharted 3 solved that problem by creating team objectives, and I think team objectives is one of the best modes ever made for video games. Like, I would say kill confirmed, hardpoint, and team objectives are 3 of like my favorite modes of all time. Love that shit. Right. But the thing is, like, yeah, if Uncharted 4, obviously a lot of people, to play King of the Hill if they want objective, they play TDM if they want to play for kills, they play ranked if they want to play King of the Hill. So it's like, I'd rather just have less modes, but the ability to vote for maps again. And in ranked, you can vote for it whether or not you want, King of the Hill, you want TDM. Sure, in that scenario, I guess the full party would vote for one. But if you have a full party want to play King of the Hill, a full party would play TDM, and they all vote for one, well, then it'll just be a coin toss, whatever one it gets. And I guess at that point, maybe some people will leave playing if they don't get the mode that they want. So I guess maybe having the voting system for modes may not work, but I think it's better to at least put these players against each other than having like ranked TDM and ranked King of the Hill, because inevitably you're not gonna see players in both of them. Because whether like it or not, you gotta throw people together, even against their fucking will. Sometimes you gotta drag someone kicking and screaming for them to actually fucking engage with something. So it's like, yeah, I think free for all would be a good addition to this game. I think adding command into team objectives, for example, bounty hunter, etc. Like, I think instead of having so many separate modes, you just like merge them into a larger mode so people feel more inclined to play them. That's like, because I think most people that play Uncharted 3 absolutely love team objectives, which is one of the reasons why Uncharted 3 competitive was so fucking good, because team objectives deployment was genuinely fantastic in that game. So yeah, I'd say in my opinion, just less modes is better. Merge a couple modes if you want to. Don't separate them by providing too many, because then not gonna have enough players in them. I think team deathmatch and free for all should be like just in every game. I cannot feasibly make an argument for why TDM and free for all shouldn't exist. Like, I don't like playing TDM all too much, but I do it because it's pretty much the only thing people play, right?
Catch this!
Oh my god, that nade, bro.
I'm being hit! I'm up. Thank you.
Because even if you make a big update for Uncharted 3 and you make it free to play, Uncharted 4 and make it free to play, like, yeah, it may go from 2,000 players to 10,000. And at that point, you need to like really create a strong enough hook to bring more people in. And word of mouth gets around. If people want to play Uncharted 4 as the definitive PlayStation exclusive multiplayer, word is going to get around and people are going to be willing to play. But you need to make sure that you retain these people that want to play Uncharted 4 or come back from Uncharted 2 and 3 very fucking quickly. Because that's what's going to bring people back to the game, or new players into the game. Like, look at Arc Raiders, for example. The reason Arc Raiders are incredibly successful because word of mouth got around. When the game came out, not that many people actually bought the game. I think it like didn't do super good in the beginning, but like in the second or third week, it sold like fucking like a million or some shit. Like it went up so fast, so quickly because word of mouth got around. People were like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love this shit. Like if a game is good, people will play it. If people love a game, other people will play it. Like, look at Call of Duty. The reason people don't like Call of Duty anymore because people that play Call of Duty don't even fucking like Call of Duty. So, like, word isn't really getting around. People just play it because it's the only thing they play. Yeah, I mean, Uncharted 4 sold very well, of course, but nobody bought Uncharted 4 for the multiplayer. That's pretty very small amount of people. I mean, I'm one of them. I didn't even care too much about this game at all. I wasn't really even planning on buying this game when it came out. I wasn't interested. It didn't look fun. The beta sucked. But then I got the game because, well, why not? Get Positive wanted me to play, so what would I say no? like that's the kind of the thing. Like we live in kind of an era where like consumer practice is in the absolute gutter. So like we need word of mouth and consensus to go around these days. That developers are actually making a game for players. It's like Marathon is absolute horse shit. That game is ass. And I was considering buying it like multiple times, but like there's no way you spent $700 million on that piece of garbage. Come the fuck on. Like, what the fuck is Bungie doing? Wiping their ass with the budget? Like, well, hello. And like, yeah, sure, the game has some things a little bit better than Arc Raiders. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But like, it's not enough. It's having like two like gameplay fundamentals being a little bit better, but that doesn't matter because they're also PvP designed. Arc Raiders is not designed for PvP exclusively. Like, Marathon could be a fucking multiplayer shooter. It can be a fucking Destiny DLC. It does not warrant its own existence as a completely separate game. It doesn't have enough into it. Like, the original Marathon trilogy is much better than the new shit. Like, I'm not sure, like, if you remember those, it came out, like, in the fucking 90s. And I, like, the new Marathon is actually a sequel to that trilogy. But it's terrible. What is Sony planning? I don't fucking know. Sony's allergic to good decision making, so they're probably planning to make another shitty Spider-Man movie or something. The only thing Sony has going for them now is like fucking like Across the Spider-Verse. Because like look at the other shit that they provided, like fucking Morbius and like straight up dog shit, like Morbius, Madam Web, Craven the Hunter. Like what the fuck is this? Marathon, Concord. What is the other fucking game that they're making, that fucking Horizon spin-off game that doesn't even play the same way Horizon actually does? Like what the fuck are they doing? Like that's why they had fucking Saros, where they bought Saros and made it PlayStation exclusive, and Saros sucks too. Sure, I think Saros is a completely fine game. But like, come the fuck on. It's like if you look at like what's his name, the other game that came out recently, Crimson Desert, whatever. Also dog shit. It's like, we're not getting good games really right now. Like the last good game that we got was Resident Evil 9. And I personally don't even like Resident Evil 9. Like, we have, like, Arc Raiders is probably the most recent game that came out that I am genuinely thoroughly enjoying. And I consider games like I'm not a person that like doesn't want to try things. I want to try something that looks nice, but like Marathon looks like I shit it out. The visual style is terrible. Like, yeah, I know there's people that love that art style, but it looks terrible. Like, let's be fucking real for a second. It has no legibility. The outfits look awful. Every design in that game just screams shit. Look, it's so bad. But it's like, and compare, like, look at a game like Hunt Showdown, for example. That game oozes style, bro. Like Hunt Showdown, that is a stylistic game. That's what I fucking want if I want to have an extraction shooter, you know? Because that Marathon is just like a Destiny knockoff. Jim Ryan's live service directors on Sony through his consoles. It's just fucking dumb, man. Like, Sony had factions too. A gold mine. They had Uncharted 4, a gold mine. And what did they do? Marathon. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Didn't they make fucking Paladins or whatever it was at some point too? Who the fuck made that? Was it Sony? That, like, was in charge of that happening? Because that was fucking dog shit too. Rogue Company as well. Ass. Straight up ass. Like, at least some PS exclusives have some pretty decent game. Like, you got what's it called, Gray Zone Warfare, you got Hunt Showdown, you got a couple other ones coming up that are a little bit, like, unique enough to warrant their own existence. And I like the art style of those games. I think they're doing a pretty good job. Like, yeah, there's a lot of milsim tactical shooters these days. So that's why you need, like, a kind of relatively unique hook to actually sell them. But, like, the fact of the matter is, nothing is better than Call of Duty now when it comes to first-person gunplay. Like, it's the best. Like, whether or not you like Call of Duty or not, like, the way Call of Duty guns look, feel, sound, how they're animated, it's so much better than any other first-person shooter. Like, Battlefield 6 doesn't even get close. Like, look at Modern Warfare 2019. That game looked, like, better than most games that came up after it. Like, there's nothing that competes with Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2022. Nothing. When it comes to gunplay, it's just like you're not getting close. And, like, right now, and the same thing with Uncharted 4. There's nothing that comes close to how well made this game is. Nothing comes close to the animation work, to the gunplay, to the graphics, to the audio, to just the fun mechanics of weapons expert and the hook swing, for example. Like, that nothing comes close. So it's like, why would I play Battlefield when I can just play Call of Duty? Why would I play Marathon when I can just play Arc Raiders? Like, we're in a situation right now where the only way a game can actually maintain its actual stay within the market is if it actually does something unique, and it does it well. Like, every game tries to be Fortnite with a fucking battle pass, but they don't understand that the reason that Fortnite's battle passes actually work is because Epic Games are putting in the actual effort to create good events for Fortnite. When was the last time you had a memorable Call of Duty event? You know, like, what was that, like, the Haunting of Verdansk? And that was in 2020. Like, you need games to fucking put their effort into it, you know? Bungie negative feedback on faction 2 early build, make sure they won't have come. The fact that Bungie, of all companies, was fucking brought in to have a probe on Naughty Dog? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bungie? Bungie hasn't made a good game since Halo 3, bro. What are you talking about? Fucking Bungie, man. Bungie is like asking a fucking drug addict about fucking... It's like, okay, what's my analogy there? It's like, it's acting like... It's like asking a drug addict to quit taking drugs. It's like, yeah, you could say that, but it means fucking nothing. Like, Bungie is shit. Fucking awful, awful company. And they have been an awful company for 20 years now. Last good game they did was 2006 or 2007 with the Halo 3. I know there's some Destiny fanboys out there, but those people are idiots. Destiny's the most overrated franchise in fucking existence. It wasn't good when it launched, and it only became worse and worse after every single update. Then it just became like a fucking money laundering scheme when they started like charging fucking $100 for DLC. I just jumped into my name. Alright, we're gonna have to buy shit here, Cloudy. Yeah, it's like it's absolutely insane. It's like Naughty Dog has fucking Uncharted 4 and Last of Us, bro. The multiplayer of those games would fucking rake in billions if they did it right. Marathon cost $700 million, and how much did they make back? 30 million? Yeah, $670 million down the fucking drain. And that's only $700 million for the budget, not for the actual marketing of it. Like, marketing, it's probably went up to a fucking $1 billion, that game. Did nothing with it. Complete waste of time and money. Concord as well, took them $500 million. Turned out to be nothing. Nice English, bro. GG. We don't have teammates that are actually playing, so what am I supposed to do? Yeah, it's like what are you talking about? Factions too? They don't know how they can make money from it? Like what are you talking about? Factions too, bro. Last of Us is Naughty Dog's fucking like prized possession. It's their pony. I know. Like Last of Us is Naughty Dog and Sony's fucking golden boy. That is the fucking thing that they could turn into a PlayStation exclusive mainstay seller. If they made a Factions 2 multiplayer that kicked ass, that would just revolutionize the entire fucking third person industry. Because when was the last time we actually got a good third person shooter after Uncharted 4? It was like Fortnite. That's probably the only one. Like Arc Raiders, sure, but Arc Raiders is in the PvP shooter. Like, I mean, it is, but not the same way. Like when we're talking strictly PvP shooters, yeah, we got Uncharted 4 and Fortnite. That's it. There's not a single third person game worth playing after that. A PvP game. So it's like, oh yes, Last of Us. What the fuck is this? Last of Us 2 Factions could have been a fucking incredible game. It could have sold millions. Because people already bought Last of Us 2 anyway, so you're only providing content and additional revenue from putting in the effort into making this. Because you already have everything there anyways. You already made Last of Us 1. They already talked about having a playable Last of Us 2 build anyways. What happened with that? We never saw any footage. We never saw any actual gameplay trailers of anything of Factions 2. Nothing. But so it's like the logical scenario is that Naughty Dog was not really developing Factions 2, and when Bungie noticed that, they were like, hey, let's tell Sony that they're not working on the game and fuck them over so they can't compete with our under game. But the conflict of interest of Bungie being brought in to review whether or not Uncharted, like Last of Us 2 Factions was worth the investment while they're making Marathon a $700 million project, like, what? That is insane. The game isn't even out yet. How the fuck does Bungie even have the leverage to make that decision? Because they made money from what, Destiny 2? For a long period of time, but turning it into shit every update? Like, yeah, I guess Bungie's the masters of scamming their audience, I guess. So it's like, yeah, sure, but it's just a complete conflict of interest. It's like allowing the United States president to put a lifetime appointee to the Supreme Court. It's like, yeah, you know what that is? A conflict of interest. It's like me appointing my own mother on my own judicial oversight committee. Like, yeah, she's probably not gonna rule me as, like, you know, she's gonna rule against me, is she? Yeah, not to mention that they do that as well. Not to mention the fact that Bungie also have a lot of fucking crunch culture and sexual harassment stuff. They're in no way better than fucking Naughty Dog is. Like, Bungie Glazers are, like, dumber than faction, like, Last of Us 2 Glazers. But the thing is, at least with Last of Us 2, I can actually argue that it's a good game. Destiny? Marathon? Yeah. Yeah, right. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, this guy's lag switching. Oh, he's map glitching. Never mind, I'm out. He's in the map. Like, we just need more games that are doing things right in the modern era. I'm just gonna wait until the match ends. Like, we need more games to actually put in the fucking effort to have some fucking stay. But the thing is, Last of Us 2 and Uncharted 4 have so much style, so much. They have amazing graphics, great gunplay, amazing sound design. They have all the fundamentals to create a killer multiplayer game. They do. There's no question about it. Like, nobody's gonna make the argument against that. So it's like, instead of and you all, that's the thing, you already have a mechanics that people like and for games that people like. So introducing a multiplayer mode for a game that people like, even to this day, people fucking love on the Uncharted 4 single player campaign. You see shorts getting millions of views fucking like every week on this shit. People is talking about how good the animation work is, how good it feels to play. Like, if Uncharted 4 got a fucking massive launch, multiplayer only, like, or multiplayer console exclusive release, free to play or whatever, yeah, people will be fucking playing it. Because it's the only game that everyone knows is really good, but doesn't have enough content to bring people back to it. If it actually presented a new revitalized aspect to the game, people will come back to it. Same thing would happen with Last of Us 2. They have an actual gold mine there. So instead of investing $500 to $1 billion on fucking Marathon and Concord, two new franchises that look like ass, that clearly feel like ass, and don't have enough content or longevity or even quality to maintain an actual stay. Like, you're literally flushing money down the drain. And whoever is in charge at Sony is a fucking dumbass. Because you're literally sitting on gold mines, and instead of actually doing anything with those gold mines, you flush them down the toilet and you poop on the floor. And then you call it like, oh yeah, I'm a visionary. Like, I'm putting risks in these games. No, you're putting risks on being a fucking dumbass by just being dumb. So I'm never gonna like forgive any of these companies for making these stupid ass decisions because they have so much that they can get out of that. Like, squeeze the fucking lemon, bro. Give us the juice. Give us the lemon juice. Don't give us dog shit. Thanks. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah, well, Lord forbid that you actually push back on bad consumer practice and bad design decisions. But instead, you can just fire people and focus on AI, right? Oh yeah, but I can check the con. Oh yeah, actually, I think I bookmarked your. I'll wait for Cloudy to come back. Why did I turn off my monitor? No, no. Turning off my monitor completely like fucks everything up. Why did I do that? Actually, no, I think it's fine. Never mind. I think it just moved everything to the right side. All right, fine, whatever. All right, here. So let's find it. Wait, why did my YouTube chat stop updating? What the fuck? What? That's weird. My YouTube chat stopped updating. I didn't see what Bob Johnson said over there. But yeah, what was it? What the fuck is the concept? No, I'm not gonna hop on a call. I'm gonna play with Cloudy in a bit when he comes back. GTA 6. GTA 6 is gonna come out in 2036, bro. I think I'm just gonna get it late again. What the fuck is it called? Link it in the chat. I mean, I can just look at it. I can just find it from the subreddit, actually. I got it. Don't link it in the chat. I got it. I am pretty sure I saved it. That was a Dropbox. That's what it is. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, but who gives a shit about fame? We're playing Uncharted 4, bro. It's 2026 Uncharted 4. Anyone on this game doesn't care about being famous. And if they do, they're an idiot. Real. Yeah, so, yeah, there was one thing here. Like, yeah, if you get to the... Can I click on it? Yeah, I can. Yeah, so we have unchanged weapons, power 45. Like that's a lot of weapons that are unchanged. But I got an invite. I'll look at the one that I actually had a problem with. I got invited by M8 for some reason. I guess maybe they can play ranked or TV2. I don't know. Yeah, so Aegis damage slightly nerfed at close range of 17 to 16.5 or 16, or range slightly nerfed. I think nerfing both the range and the damage is too much. Yeah. I think the clip capacity mod, the clip capacity mod on the Aegis is one loadout point. It's not. Wait, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck am I playing right now? It's a private game, I think. Yeah.
Come on. Who else were you gonna pick?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like clip capacity in the Aegis is one loadout point. It's not. It's not two. And also, like Drake's Aegis LP cost, that wouldn't really matter because all Sully's will also be increased. Well, do you actually have the specific damage ranges? Do you actually have those? No, you don't have the ranges. You just have the... Okay, same like I do with the damage profile. Like, I have the... I think there's a document with the ranges. I don't know how to find it, but... Alright, I guess we're playing this. Yeah, but that's because you haven't ran into a good player with the Enforcer or the Raffica. When you do that, you're gonna have a much bigger problem with that gun. With those two guns. Tell you that much. Shit on. It takes so long to capture this thing by yourself, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Look has it. The little bitch. No, we like Look. Why is it taking all the fucking capture, man? Whoop! Where is he? Ugh. Well. What? I got an assist for that? He was a one shot? That's like 6 seconds.
Can't a guy hunt for treasure in peace and quiet?
Yeah, I mean, Enforcer is only good if you're a good player, really. I think for the average player, the Enforcer isn't that good, but if you... Let's go! Get out of my hill, bro. He was proud of Green Light, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yote are genuinely good games. I think Ghost of Tsushima has a better story, but I think Ghost of Yote is a better game. Though I haven't actually completed Ghost of Yote. I don't really feel compelled to be honest. I don't know. Like, it's just like, the story is just like... I think the first game has a stronger agency with the characters. Like Jin and Lord, his uncle, I forget what his name is. Like, that is a very good dynamic. I made, bro. You can't lose those. You can't lose those. If he used blind fire me, he would have killed me. I'm doing the math when nerfing the damage. Yeah, I did that for every gun too. I did that shit for Uncharted 2 as well. In the video I made for Uncharted 2. Like, I literally crunched the numbers and fucking everything and that shit. We literally tested the damage. Because Uncharted 2 actually has 5 different damage multipliers, which is insane. It has a damage multiplier for the head, for the chest, for the upper leg, the lower leg, and the feet. Like, Uncharted 2 has a very weird damage setup. Like, they have so many hitboxes in that game. And they all have separate values, which is insanity. I can tell you, no game does that. Oh my God. He's full health? How? I'm like 4 times. Like, it's really weird. Like, Uncharted 2, is like, Uncharted 3 doesn't have that. Uncharted 3 has body and head. Uncharted 4 also only has body and head. It's really weird that Uncharted 4, Uncharted 2 is just so many. It's like head, body, upper leg, lower leg, feet. Yeah, it's really strange.
Coming at you.
I got did nothing. Oh, could have won that. Like, I think, like, there's something like the AK deals like, it's like 2.7 damage to the foot or something. It's really low. Like, you literally need like the whole mag to kill someone if you hit their feet. It's like 31 bullets or something. It's really weird. And the multiplier they have to defeat is like 0. Like 2 or so. No, it's 0.2. It's like. Oh no, yeah, it is like no, it's like 0.05 or some shit. Really weird. I can't see shit because there's red line. Shut up, he's weak. Yeah, I mean, I think like bringing back the T-bolt specifically would probably be better than just changing the Harbinger to work like a T-bolt. Because the Harbinger is still semi-automatic, so it would make more sense of the T-bolt, because the T-bolt is literally a bolt action rifle. Because I have power weapons on the map, I have the T-bolt back, so a map will either have the T-bolt or the Harbinger, not both. And the T-bolt has 3 shots and downs anywhere, 1 shot. But the Harbinger can 1-shot to the head. And also, the Harbinger can't zoom in the current way in the game. It can do that in my concept as well, so... Bro. I love the foul, man. I love how overpowered that gun is. Yeah, I mean, the game wouldn't become Uncharted 3 just because it has 1 gun from Uncharted 3. Like, the game already has the aggro wall, the Enforcer, the Para 9, and the fucking... Fucking kill him! What the fuck? Yeah, but I think they both should be in the game, though. They are different guns with very different features. Like, cause the thing is, you need a gun like the T-Bolt, like, in this game. It's just, like, the only way you would ever be able to counter, like, Foul and Kravosky users, even with them nerfs, would have to be that, because they're so fucking accurate. Like, you need a gun that has the ability to actually reward map control. Because if you hold the map and someone is camping in the back with a Kravosk or whatever, well, that's a risk they have to take because you're going to have the T-Bolt or the Harbinger. Like, it has to be something in the game that actually rewards map control. Like, yes, regular power weapons isn't enough for that. You need something stronger. Yeah, but the T-Bolt wouldn't reduce that though. Like as I said, like the M4 is in this game, the Para 9 is in this game, the Agrawal is in this game. Sure, they function differently than they do in the in Uncharted 2 and 3, but he's not dead. Okay. But that's not turning the game into a different game. That's simply providing people with like an actual mechanic that is interesting, but also at the same time is nostalgia because it was used in a previous game. You get the best of both worlds at that point. You get people that are happy to see the gun, and you get people that are happy to like see an actual mechanic being implemented. Yeah, but the T-Bolt isn't overpowered though. If it's only S3, the only reason the T-Bolt is overpowered in Uncharted 3 is because you get 5 bullets, and then you get a kickback when you get another 5 bullet, so you can have it the entire game. If you find one on the map and it lasts 3 shots, well, you're not gonna have it all the time. One of the biggest issues with Uncharted 3 is just kickbacks having power weapons. Because it creates a very big power dynamic issue. Because, like, yeah, having the power weapons doesn't actually fucking matter if you can just, like, spawn them out of your ass. Oh, I meant it was that. Yeah, but we're not talking about a lot of overpowered things. People are gonna be overpowered regardless. It doesn't fucking matter. People in this game just leave when you shoot them in the head with a Bishai as it is. And the Bishai isn't overpowered. Like, we can't cater to people's weak mental state. Like, you can provide more mechanics and more toys to play with. Like, more toys to use is what kind of, like, makes people want to play the game. Having a couple overpowered things in the right hands doesn't really make it overpowered. And realistically, the average person is most likely going to miss every shot with a T-Bolt anyway, so the point of 3 shots not going to be a problem. Because, like, yeah, having 10 bullets on a T-Bolt is clearly too much. Having 3, that's fine. The biggest issue with the T-Bolt in Uncharted 3 is that's too much ammo. Other than that, it's fine. It takes a very long time to reload. Oh my god, bro. Bro, you're 8 and 20. Curse! What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I guess, maybe. But you also don't want, 5 people having a one-shot kill sniper. But that would be even worse than having the T-Bolt back. Oh my god, curse, bro. What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, sure. On my system, it's probably better to bring back the T-Bolt. Sure. But the thing is, like, in my concept, I'm also bringing back the Gmall, the M9. That didn't kill him? Okay. Just because those guns have a... There's no place in this game that actually has that. Like, the closest you get to an M9 in this game, it's not really the HS, it's more the XER. Like, the thing is, though, the weird thing about that is that the HS actually has the same damage profile that the M9 does. But the HS shoots a little bit slower. It shoots like 560 RPM. The M9 is 620, I think. I could be wrong on that, though. They may actually be similar. But yeah, I think the M9 doesn't really feel currently like the HS does. So it's like, yeah, it would have its own purpose in the game. The Cal 7, though, I mean, that's also kind of similar to the XCR. But the Cal 7 has a fuck ton of recoil. The XCR doesn't really. There's a lot of weapons in this game, yes, of course. But the thing is, though, more weapons with a stronger identity would only be beneficial to the game. There's a lot of weapons in this game that are currently lacking. Like, you don't really have anything between an HS and a Copperhead, for example. You don't have anything between, like... And if you look at, for example, the InSauce and the AK, like, yeah, they're pretty similar weapons. Curse, why are you leaving, bro? Yeah, but the Enforcer and the Aegis are very different. Though, like, they're very different in that scenario. One is a fast-firing, moderate damage, low recoil gun, and the other one is a fast-firing, high damage, high recoil one. Yeah, but that's why you balance the guns first and foremost, and any gun you added in addition to that will be balanced around the existing ones. That's why you don't want to change too much, because then it becomes a problem. It's not a problem if you just like use the baseline fundamentals of the game as that. All right, here let's look again. Where the fuck is Cloudy, man? Yeah, so damage slightly nerfed at closest range from 17 to 16.5 or 16. That's one less shot it down. You're right. Range slightly nerfed. I don't know what that really means, because slightly, I mean, sure, it already has really bad range. It only like you can only 6-shot kill out to like 8.5 meters or some shit. So what do you want to do? Bring it down to 8, 7? That's kind of redundant. Base clip size. Yeah, I think 10 or 15 is fine in the current state. Like, well, that's one of the biggest drawbacks with the ages. I think that's fine. It's also a drawback with the Enforcer, but I think the Enforcer is more accurate, so you're not really going to need those additional shots. Yeah, but that's why you need to change guns like the Kerrigan to actually have a stronger identity. This is the compensate for the uncapped fire rate. Well, you uncap the fire rate? Well, that's something that you should never do that. That's very dangerous. That is very dangerous to do, bro. That means we're gonna get people shooting a gun in fucking 1,000 RPM. Should I tell him who? Where is it? Which page is it on? The blind range reference just amend intentionally damage function 5 levels. Barely noticeable. Yeah, I also don't think damage wobble or damage flinch is a good way to balance guns. It creates way too much inconsistency between gunplay. Yeah, I know what uncapped fire rate, but uncapped fire rate, that means that you could shoot a gun like 1,000 RPM. That would literally break the game. Oh, you mean you're talking about like? Oh, okay. But this is the confident uncapped fire rate. We can add more model clip. Yeah, but what you're referencing here is uncapped fire rate. The Aegis currently does not have an uncapped fire rate, and if you're changing it to an uncapped fire rate, that would be really bad. I mean, I guess I could search uncapped. It's only here mentioned. It's literally only mentioned here, so I don't know, man. It doesn't have an uncapped fire rate though. It shoots at 400. It's either like 380. No, it's more than that. No, it's like 425 or some shit. Look has it in his document. Like, I think the Enforcer's 550 and the Aegis is 425 or 440. They're very similar. I mean, but you're saying uncapped fire rate. That's what I'm. Okay, you explain now. Now I get it. But in here it says uncapped fire rate, and it doesn't have an uncapped fire rate. So yeah, what you're saying. So, but when you wrote this is to compensate for the uncapped fire rate, like it was phrased in a way that I thought it was a new change that you made to uncap the fire rate, because it isn't uncapped. Range slightly buffed. I think that's a good idea. Slightly buffed damage by 5 all ranges. Yeah, I think that's what I did in my concept as well, because it would still be a 4-shot down. But I think if you just increase the damage by 5, I think that's fine. You don't need to increase the range at that point. I think it would be too good, because the Jackal is a genuinely good weapon in this game. It's just people don't really know how to use it. It's not bad at all. It's a worse aggro wall, but it's also cost no loadout points. So I think just buffing the damage would be fine. The range we can remove. I think you can also remove the range thing on the Aegis, and also the clip capacity, and also I think I could agree with the first one, but that's probably the only one. Like, I could agree with that, but I think at that point it's just gonna be worse than the Enforcer in every way. Though I'm sure you changed the Enforcer as well. So let's read. I mean, it's obviously easy. When I wrote my concept, I know everything. I have everything in the back of my head that I changed. So when I'm comparing another gun, I'm comparing it to the current build of the game. But right now, we're obviously talking about them currently as me reacting to you the first time. Because it's a lot of pages, bro. It's gonna take a long time. Yeah, yeah, I know, but because like yeah, you said if necessary. I said I think you don't need to touch the range at all. Just buff the damage a little bit because it would still be the same amount of the shots. Even if you increase the damage from 30 from 25 to 30, the headshot multiplier is still gonna be instead of 50 like it is now, it'll just be 60. So you still have to have one headshot and one body shot. It'll still be 90. So it's not gonna be better than the enforcer anyways, or the aggro wall. You're still gonna need an additional shot. So increasing the jackal from 25 to 30, it will make it feel better in combination with other guns, and that's pretty much it, really. Other than that, it's pretty much the same independently. And the DCD is like what 37.5 in its first range or something. It is a lot of damage. Like, I thought it did 35, but I don't think it is. I think it's 37.5. Yeah, but if necessary in regards to what? We don't know. If necessary. Range light nerf, damage water, damage nerf, further range nerf alone is insufficient. I mean, as I said, it's hard to gauge this because we don't have reference points for what happened after the change to make the distinction of whether or not it's insufficient. All total OP costs increased by 1 across the board, includes the weapons, all mods, and all hero weapons. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't really like increasing a lot of points. I think it's a bad mechanic. Reload speed slightly decreased, matches fast RKL reload speed. Yeah, I guess that's fine. You'll have to make reload speed bonus, like, change, so. Everything will have to make less down in mid-range while keeping it violent in close quarters. Necessary though, the damage can be nerfed further. Nerfing feels way too good to be one on the butt weapon. But nerfing it further will definitely cause some riots. Increasing the LP cost feels like the best compromise. Nerfing the burst delay will feel awkward and cause riots as well. You don't need to nerf the actual the fire rate. All you need to do is just hard code the burst delay so you can't cut it off by shoulder swapping. That's the only problem. The fact is, you can shoot the Raffica faster than intended if you're shoulder swapping, which is the issue with the FAL as well. Most people can't know how to do this, but some people do. Yeah, exactly, but that's kind of the whole thing. We're talking about ifs here as well. Because obviously, like, if you're chaining a lot of weapons in the game, it's kind of hard to make, like, a statement about whether or not something is sufficient or insufficient and needs to be changed if necessary. Because that also creates a situation where you have to consider the base change that you made in regards to other weapon, and if that's not enough, well, sure, you go more for it, I guess. But there's a lot of changes in this document, so if necessary, it could create a whole bunch of potential complications. But I think I kind of agree with range damage nerf. I think the Raffica, the only thing you need to nerf really with that gun is just make it so you can't shoot fast about shoulder swapping and it reduce the damage wobble. I think it's fine at that point. Yeah, it's great, but if it doesn't have increased damage wobble, going against it is not going to be hell. As it stands, the only reason it'll beat a foul or anything is because increased damage wobble. You move that, the foul is just objectively better. I do think it shoots a little bit faster than the foul now, but it already has less range. It can't two burst. It can't one burst to the head past, like, what is it, like 12 meters? 13 maybe? You didn't think about it that hard? Well, I mean, I did. Your document's on 10 pages, bro. Oh, I would assume you thought about it as much as I did. I go headshot damage multiplier nerf from 3.3x to 2.75. Recoil slightly reduced. Yeah, I guess that makes it more consistent. Fire rate, slight increase components are absolutely necessary. I don't think you need to change that on the aggro wall. I think it's fine. Starting ammo capacity slight decrease, 40 to 35. Max ammo comes to decrease. That's fine. I don't mind that. It has an unfair time to kill. I mean, it only has that ability out to like 7 meters or 7.5, I think. No, for ammo may seem hard if I want to just play, but you need to shoot your shots a bit more careful instead of firing away when no costs and worry about ammo. I like that. I do like that fact that, like, changing so because you have too much ammo in this game as it is. Like I like that. I kind of like changing that. I think the cop rate is a good balance because the cop rate you actually kind of got to worry about running out of ammo if you're not running scavenger. The HS, you don't really care about ammo at all. The foul neither. So I like that. That's a good thing to do. Parry 9, rate of fire slightly buffed. Clip increased by 2 to compensate. Recoil spread slightly reduced. Range slightly buffed. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. Though I think it makes it a little bit more similar to Para 45 at that point. I think personally I would increase the headshot multiplier from 2 to 2.5 instead of it being... sure, in that idea it could be similar to the Jackal, of course. But it also shoots... does it actually shoot slower than the Jackal? I think the Para 9 and the Jackal may have the same fire rate or something like that. Yeah, but I think in my concept, the Para 45 or Para 9 deals 20-50 in the first range. So yeah, it's like an upgraded Jackal at that point. We'll have to look at that. What are we looking at? We're looking at a concept that a guy wrote. I also wrote a concept as well, as you know. So I'm just kind of like I'm just reacting to it basically. I mean, I'm not against a lot of change. I think there's a little bit too many changes to them, but I'm not against most of them, to be honest. I think it would make the game more interesting. Don't read this outside. Faster fire than slightly man must pass very forward. Yeah, I think the Para 9 may be slightly slower, but I think they may actually be. I think it's actually slightly faster now. I'm thinking about. Also, yeah, you just rejoin, Palm. Wait, what the fuck? We're playing. We're still playing. What the fuck? But yeah, I understand what you're saying. We'll play a match with the Para 9 and we'll see how it goes. Rejoin. I'm getting on Fortnite. What the fuck, bro? My homie wants to run, bro. Who the fuck plays Fortnite? All right. Well, that's fine. We'll go into TDM with Jackal. Or the Para 9, I mean. Bitch ass. All right. Okay, micro. Recoil respite slightly increased. Clip reduced from 20 to 18 to 25. Range slightly nerfed. But those are good changes. The headshot damage multiplier slightly nerfed. I don't think that's necessary when you did these three. And I think increasing the recoil will be fine, because the Foss, I think, is more recoil, but has less ammo as well, so... I like it. I don't mind that change. The last one, I don't think it's necessary, but I don't mind the first three. Damage slightly buff at all ranges, 11 at close range, 10 to 5 mid and 10 long range. Yeah. Range slightly buffed, clip slightly. I mean, the damage difference is very slow, very marginal now, so I don't think it really matters changing the ranges. Clip slightly increased by 3 bullets, 20 to 23. That's fine. ADS recoil spread slightly decreased. Fine. Non-force scope added similar to the arrowhead. Yeah, I think that's fine as well. I think I had a similar idea initially, but I think I changed it at some point. Fossil range slightly buffed, recoil spread slightly reduced, left increased speed. Yeah, I mean, I think the Fossil should be like the longer range version of the. Well, I'm not even showing it on screen now, but yeah, I think that's fine. I think with the Fossil, you just need to increase the range and increase the base bullets from 20 to 22, as you said. I think that's fine. Because I think the Fossil should obviously outrange the micro. Alright, let's see the Para 9. I'm pretty sure it shoots faster than the Jackal, but... Yeah, it does. It definitely shoots faster than the Jackal. Because Jackal is like ding, 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 ding. The Para's like bup, 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 bup. That's not very autistic doing that, I know. But that's basically how they sound. We're all a little bit autistic, aren't we? But yeah, it feels awkward to use because of the fire rate. That is true. But it's pretty accurate when you get used to the tempo. Like that thing, it doesn't actually 4-shot at that range, 5-shot at that range. That's crazy. That's only like 12 meters. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like generally, I kind of want the Para 9 to just be the way it is. It still feels good to use. It's a very unique weapon. Like, yeah, I say the fire rate feels a little bit awkward, but that's part of the gun. That's how it should be. So I think, like, yeah, as I said, in my concept, I just increased the headshot damage a little bit. I'll join in a bit. Yeah, I'll see if I'm still on. I may hop off in a bit. Mm. I mean, all in all, like, I really like. I don't want to like. Yeah, I know how much I can sound more annoyed and confrontational than I actually am, but I like it. I mean, I like I like the effort. I respect it a lot. I respect when people put in their creative efforts into like actually providing something for the game. And yeah, is this guy fucking lag switching? He's just the best in the game. I think he's just hitting every headshot on me. Even though I hit him there, I didn't give a shit. So anyone that actually tries to do something, not just for the community, but for the game, or just even theoretical, I respect it. I love when I don't get it down. Nah, bro, I don't know about this guy. That looks sus as fuck. Man literally froze and I died instantly. Sure, he has an aggro wall, but like. Yeah, I mean, it wins in the blind fire department, though. And it used to be even more overpowering. That's like, yeah, I think if you get a headshot, it should be a little bit more consistent. I think it's fine. Cause like, yeah, I think like as I said, I think the Para 9 is actually fine generally. The only problem is that headshot damage is really low. Looks like lucky headshots to me. It could have been. I don't know. That lucky sus. But we'll see. It may just be good. Okay, bro.
I'm up. Thank you for you.
Bro. Show me the back, bro. What are you talking about? Said one, so I'll join after your match if you want. Yeah, sure. Then we can actually play King of the Hill instead of public TDM. Obviously, this guy's pretty good, so the Para 9 may not be the ideal gun to use. But I like it. Like, I genuinely like how all the guns in this game feel. That's why I don't really want to change them. Nice, not lag switching. He's not. Enjoy the lurk. It's like, yeah, if you don't get a headshot with a Para 9, it's absolute dog shit, though. That's dedication, I agree. Like, the only time we can actually play King of the Hill pubs is when we're playing with, like, a sweaty teammate. Yeah. Yeah, you can look it up yourself. Oh my god, I'm still one shot, bro. Yeah, I respect it. I'm not sweaty, I'm relaxed. Here, bro. Bro, these fucking mines! Gotta look at my screen. looking at my screen. As I said.
I'm going. Time to crawl.
Does he not have damage wobble on his screen, bro? Hold the button, bro.
Many thanks.
It was flashing? Yeah, of course. I don't know, I was expected to down me, though. I mean, if anyone else wants to join, you're allowed to. Bro, what the fuck? So I'll probably just play a couple more games. Like, how the fuck did that not do anything to him? What? Cosmetic explosions. This guy's just the best in the game with this fucking thing. Alright, thank you. Let's go, we can still win. What? If you're on the game, you can also join. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know about this guy, bro. Like, how is that hitting me, for starters? Not today, I see. No problem. Oh my fucking god! Yes. Like, you remember when I used to play ranked in like 17, 18? But I would just go away to like get a drink or something, and when I come back, I would always have like a full lobby every time. Like I had no decision making who was in my lobby. Why does that C4 always get stuck there, bro? Good try, though. No! I thought they were all in the scoreboard. Come on, grubby dick, kill him. Come on, Scarsy, go, 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 Scarsy, go. Let's go. They're shooting him down, Scarsy, go! He's gonna get him, right? He's gonna revive that guy. No! I almost got him, bro.
We defeated ourselves by losing hold of such a close match.
Good job, bro.
Losers.
You're at the bottom of the scoreboard, bro. What are you talking about? That was the guy at the bottom of the scoreboard. Nobody's fucking online either, are they? It's literally just me. Yes, the anti-raptor, man. Bro, the shot that he got on me through the fucking smoke, that's crazy. He's the best in the game. Alright, so he said the Foss a pretty good gun, all things considered, but it's mentioned by itself chat about the micro. Yeah, that's entirely correct. The micro is just an objectively better gun. Alright, Cloudy, you're the one hosting, by the way. Go to King of the Hill. No, go to King of the Hill. We may run into Americans on your host, which is more fun. Because the Americans are all delusional. The Europeans are just kind of boring. We're allowed to invite people who aren't online, that's true. Give it a more range to make it so it'll sit in the middle, turn so it's kill mark the sign with equals for right there. So anyways. Yeah, anyways, the Para 9 is just... Eh. Just range slightly nerfed. I mean, it's really good without clip capacity. Reload speed reloads basically as fast as the Bishai does. No, I think the best reduce on speed, yeah. I think the range is fine on it. I think you should just reduce the reload speed, to be honest. Like, it's not... Clip capacity, like, if you don't down them in those 3 shots, and it already has really bad range, you're dead. With reload speed, it's like, yeah, you can use the Jin or whatever. I'd say I just reduce the overall reload speed altogether. So you can't just use it with the Jin without, like, actually being visible on the player screen. Yeah. One of the reasons the Enforcer is good, though, is because of the increased damage level. But yeah, range slightly nerf, yeah, that's fine. All total LP cost for the Bishai increased by 1 across the board, including the base weapon, all mods, and all hero weapons. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm not doing that in my concept, but let's look at this as a separate thing. I think that's fine. Reload speed slightly nerfed, that's fine. Reload's way too fast. Reload speed mods increased. Reload speed 4 loadout points for, yeah, that's a bit much, but yeah. I don't like Naughty Dog's way of balancing things. Like Nadine's Bishai 7 loadout points, if nobody would ever run it at that point. It's just too RNG. It's just too, not RNG, but it's just too much of an investment. But yeah, I guess I don't mind most of the changes. Like, if for this concept increasing a lot of points, I guess that's fine. I'd rather have that than actual main. Reclass of it as heavy weapon, that's fine. Stage speed and log card increased by for all rifles. That's a lot. Yeah, not sure about that. If I'm playing 5 players instantly, well, that's fine. I'd rather play someone. Yeah, I think just making strafe speed a booster is just better. But yeah, obviously, I think the Bishai is really overpowered as it is. Like, it's ridiculously OP. But most people are shit with it. It's not that overpowered if you're only going for headshots, but if you're just actively going for body shots, it's genuinely very good. Hold up, what? Like, I don't like the concept of balancing things with loadout points. Because it's just, like, I don't like doing that. Personally. Like, if you look at, like, Call of Duty, like Black Ops 2, for example, with the pick 10 system, it's like, yeah, every gun costs just 1 point, right? I think just, like, having an aspect of that is, I don't like it. Alright. Scope and radar mod removed from all applicants that had made universe incorporate into reworked enhanced radar 1. Or, well, I think it would be good to put it in enhanced radar. That would give it an actual... That's a good idea. I like it. Just remove it altogether and put it to the booster. It's better. Solid foul becomes starting on reload speed and cost by 1. Clip capacity and scope swing. I haven't really looked at these too much, to be honest. If you make it a booster, then everyone runs it. Yeah, but it's a choice. No, a lot of people in the game don't actually use strafe speed. Especially not on the copper, because you can't. Like, all you gotta, like, I'd say, like, reduce the effectiveness, because right now, strafe speed gives a 35% improvement. I would say just change strafe speed to be 3 levels, and they have 10, 20, 30%. Overall speed would be slower, or pretty much identical, but... So but I think at that point, it wouldn't even matter, because right now, you say it's a weapons expert problem all over again, but right now, everyone uses aim strafe speed on weapons that are applicable anyways, so that doesn't really change anything. Everyone right now runs aim strafe speed plus weapons expert. Well, loadout points are pretty much always, like, designed for those in particular, right? So you don't really change anything. But now it just means if you have to run, like, fleet foot, as we'd call it, it just means that you have less spots for boosters overall, instead of getting more. So yeah, it may be a problem, but at the same time, it's kind of like people get less boosters. Then they can use that attach something else. Because right now, nobody uses any mod on the HS that isn't straight speed. Any gun that has straight speed, people just run straight speed. There's no reason for anything else. Do you want to do 2v2? I guess. Oh yeah, let's add Palm to the list as well. Palm A tier. I'll put you the A- tier though, I'm sorry. Add Calm. Well, your name is Cloudy actually. What am I saying? Cloudy. No. Add Calm Twistle. I want to say Twistle is also even. I would say Twistle and you on the same level. Don't get mad, okay? don't get mad. I also made a new increased movement speed overall. Yeah, I think I had that as well for agility, but I think I got rid of it. This is right, bro. You're on the same level as Twistle. Let's play the 2v2 and we'll see, okay? It's right. Let's play the 2v2, okay? You against Twistle. Yeah, let's see. Let's go. This is where you get to prove yourself, okay? If you have a similar score to him, A-. It's really fucking fun. I'll be on hero side now. Alright, so okay, so scope and radar, yeah, ADS speed slightly buff. Good change because the AK feels like ass. Range slightly buff. Feels slightly buff. I don't think the range needs to be increased. I think you can just increase the damage a little bit. Although I don't think these feels as bad as Raptor make it seem. Well, if you use the AK against good players, you will know immediately what the problems with the gun is. So yeah, I would say, sure, if you get 2 headshots, then it's fine. But at that point, just every gun is better. Do you have Blue Sky and S tier? Honestly, I should. Alright, so I think just I think increasing the ADS speed is fine, the reload speed is fine. I think instead of changing the range, just change the damage. Because a lot of time, if you just change the damage slightly, you don't need to change the range at all. Because one of the biggest issues with the AK is just I think there's one particular example with the game where range is probably the only thing you should touch, and that's with the GX39. That's the only gun I could warrant just not changing the damage, but only changing the range. Because if you increase the range, it's too overpowered. If you reduce it, it's useless. So. Edge dominant damage multiplier of nerf of 2.5 to 2.22x. Good. Overall range nerf. I don't think that's necessary if you reduce the headshot damage. Recoil spread increase, both in scope and non. I don't think the FIle actually has any spread. It only has vertical recoil. And I think one of the reasons the FIle is so good is because it's accurate, so I wouldn't really change that too much. Insta algorithm is ruined if you just look at it, bro. Yeah, you did do that. Well, wait, did you change the... You didn't change the damage, did you? You only changed the range. You change the damage, I'm gonna kill you. Where is it? Oh, aim was the close range slightly buffed. Overall range slightly buffed. Non-force scope added. I guess that's fine. Base straight speed buff, that's fine. I'm not reading the whole justification right now, because it's gonna take a long time. Good changes. I don't think it necessarily needs a scope, but it has a scope, so I guess maybe just add it. One of the things I don't like about having scope weapons is whenever I click X to jump, I always zoom in as well. Miltos, bro. Alright, so let's go back to where were we, the AK. I don't think this is necessary. Just increase the damage a little bit, but I agree with the ADS speed and reload speed. Feels too clunky. Well, I agree with the multiplier nerfed. Second damage drop off at a long range. I think it has one. It's just very far out. It's like 80 meters or something. So yeah, I guess overall range nerfed. That's good. It's like super long. It's like, is this 90 up? No, well, this is the up. This is one of the concepts that Bob Johnson over here wrote. So I'm just looking at it. Copper headshot time multiplied for 3x 2.6. 3-tap potential mid and long range. It can't 3-tap at long range. The copper deals the copper deals 10. Hold on, I gotta hide my screen so you don't see my porn history. But spreadsheet. Can't be writing spread on the internet, you know. I'm kidding. Yeah, Bob Johnson. Yeah, if you look at like this spreadsheet here, this doesn't have every gun in it. The carpet actually goes from 13, 12, 10. So it's not actually a 3 headshot down in the last range. So I think 2.5x is fine though. Overall range slightly nerfed. I don't think that's necessary. Starting ammo slightly decreased. Nerfing it even more? It only has nothing. I don't think that's necessary. I think all of this is one of the few guns in the game that actually struggles with ammo capacity. Increase reload speed. I don't think that's necessary either. But yeah, I agree. Reduce the headshot multiplier. That's fine. It shouldn't be able to. It should only be able to 3 headshot in its first range, not in its second or third. But that you don't need to change the range for that. You only need to change the damage. What made you go with Cyan? No. Metler, well, slightly nerfed. Second damage drop at long range. It has one. It's just every gun. I don't think there's any gun in the game that only has 2. I think all of them have 3. Except for some guns that don't have any. But I think where the fuck is it? Metler. Yeah, it goes. Oh no, it actually does have one. Okay, it actually doesn't have one. It only has 2. But I'm pretty sure it has another one though. It's just really far out, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the FAL should have one as well. I'm pretty sure it's just really far out. I remember Look said something that they have a damage drop of that's like really far out. It should have one. I know the Bishai doesn't have any, but it should have one. I think it's just so far out that nobody ever notices it. But I'm pretty sure we tested it at some point and it actually has a third one. It's just really far. Because I know the Harrison also has one. The Harrison is not a 2 headshot down at every range. Like, at very long range, the Harrison is 3. It goes down to like 43 or some shit. It's really weird. It's like, it's really strange. It has like a damage drop of like 25 and 75. So you'll never actually like realize it when you play, generally.
Prepare yourself. I'm not an easy man.
But yeah, if I'd say just reduce the range so you actually notice it at that point. That would probably be fine as well. Otherwise, I agree completely with adding a third damage drop off. Well, second, I guess you would say. It should be 2 headshot down at any range, I agree. Specialty, range, slightly nerfed, damage, slightly nerfed, fire rate, slightly nerfed, lead spread, slightly nerfed. That's a little bit too many nerfs, I think. That will make the specialty garbage. The thing is, for my nerfs and my buffs, I always put particular values there for, like, everything. Took a while, but... So you're gonna have to kill him. Yeah, I mean, also, as we said, the copper doesn't have the ability to 3-shot down at every range. Like, there's obviously some things that we both have wrong in this, but I'm pretty sure... I know that the Harrison is a 3rd damage drop. I mean, I use the Harrison more than most people. It has one, it's just really far out. Because, like, most guns in the game actually do have 3 damage drop-offs or 1. Well, they have 3 damage profiles or 1. The fact that the FAL and the Metler should have one, it's just really far. That'd help, thank you. What do you mean it have that much time, bro? It's a hobby. Oh my god. How many Twistle and Claudia actually stop playing the game? Yes, and if you use it at very far ranges, you're gonna need 3 headshots. Like, it falls off to, like, a very weird amount. Oh, Mission Matrix in this one is real nice. At least I'm charging my controller, so that's nice. I do like the Blue Skies anti-raptor momentum. Like, you can test this. Like, I remember Look did it. Because I remember he said in chat that they have a damage drop-off. It's also very... They didn't manage to test it with the Copperhead because apparently the Copperhead doesn't seem to be able to consistently get headshots at long range. It's weird. Like, in the range document, it's like... There's something with the Copperhead that prevents it from sometimes getting headshots at long range. It's like a specific thing with that gun, and with this gun specifically. So it's like, yeah, I remember Look said that, yeah, there are some inconsistencies with ranges. And I do remember he did say that, like, the FAL has a damage drop-off, like the last one. But it is so far away that nobody ever, like, actually notices it. So they didn't include it in this spreadsheet. Which obviously is an oversight on Naughty Dog's aspect anyway, so obviously they should introduce that in that case. Like, yeah, sure, I'd agree. Reduce overall range or introduce a 3rd damage drop-off. I mean, I could be wrong. I'll have to look at Look's. I'll have to look at Look's. Yeah, I'll have to look at it as well. But there's something strange with them because there are a lot of there's a lot. Uncharted 2 has the same thing. That like sometimes at long range, some of the hitboxes will like merge. So it's really hard to like hit certain hitboxes at a very long ranges. Uncharted 2 also has like a significant like lower like hit registration mechanics, so you can barely see when you hit people. And yeah, I mean it's something like that. But the thing is, sometimes you can hit headshots with a car at long range. Sometimes you can, not always, but sometimes. So it's really weird. Yeah, I know, but because it's not a rare occurrence. If you use the copper like a lot, like I do, you'll notice that it does actually have like a certain problem with headshots at long range. And I said it's the only gun that has that. Get off the cover, thing. But I mean, the FAL doesn't have that problem though. So I don't know. I don't think it's the dot itself that causes it. I think the copper is a slightly like bigger projectile than other guns do. It's probably like Naughty Dog's way of balancing out the lesser aim assist that you get on it. So like, oh yeah, let's just hit the projectile like marginally bigger. So at long range, you can't get headshots. Look like I may have mentioned in regards to a certain weapon too. It may not have been like all of them. Bro! Yeah. He had a party in there. Bro, help me! His multiplayer 120 frames is still 60. It's always 60. Already? No, I think I just said that. Yeah, multiplayer is 60, co-op survival is 30, but it's actually more like 10.
Catch this! Hurt you!
Like there, I don't know how I got a headshot there, but nice English.
Down.
Straight into the Z4. The Grenzy 4.
Here, cabron! Outgoing! Well, it's nada!
Bro, what are you doing?
One down!
Like in this scenario, if you get a headshot with the Para 45 or Para 9, it's genuinely good. At this range, you cannot get ahead of Covered Copperhead, I guarantee you. Oh, you could! I did! Sometimes you can, I guess. Sometimes you can.
Guys, put them down together! Hurry up!
Good C4 then. Oh my god, bro.
Someone hit! Mierda!
But it might be when you're able to shoot around corners. Yeah. I think that has more to do with aim assist in particular, though. I think it's just, like, that's the thing where in some games when you have better aim assist, you always get shots through walls. I think that's not a question of the projectile size. I think it's just a question of the twist of the straight up lag switching. What is the advantage of the PS5? There is none. The only advantage you get from the PS5 is the fact that the PS5 is an SSD. But you can put an SSD in a PS4 as well, which I did. So it doesn't actually make a difference. PS5 gets no advantage from any game that doesn't have a PS5 update. It's actually very few games that have the PS5 update. It's pretty much like Fortnite has it, Call of Duty, Apex. Apex got it very late though. I don't think Apex had the PS5 update until like last year. And it still plays on like 10 FPS. I don't know. There's no advantage of PS5 multiplayer whatsoever. It's still the PS4 game. And down him. I got KO, that's amazing. Brit! Help!
Get over here! No one helps me. You'll regret it. I'm grateful.
Like, I genuinely like the Para 9. Like, it's not great, but I do like it. But yeah, I'll check with look, but I'm pretty sure there's at least one gun in the game that has a damage drop off that's so far away that you don't notice it. Because he was the one who was he checked it with Nick A30 and another guy that has a very racist name. But I think everyone in the Uncharted community is kind of racist generally, so that doesn't really say much. Because this was done in like 2017, I think. It's like an update to 1.12. A stream at this day, I agree. It's crazy. Fall for the Raptor propaganda. It's not my propaganda, looks propaganda. So this time. What the fuck? What? Where'd he go? Oh, he's in cover. Found my cardigan. Let's go. god, you knew that, but still. Whistle's using a... Oh my god, broski. This match is basically a 4v4 anyway. I don't even think our last teammate actually joined. I think he's still like joining. He never got in. Oh, I love blind fire out of cover, bro. I love it so much. I want to marry it. Let's go. I guess they recognize that you had it. That's very nice of them. How the fuck are you behind? Grenades, man. Back. My C4s are really bad right now. What? How am I still one shot? Yeah, I don't want to get robbed. Walk safely. What? I'm dying, bro.
Fight, compadre, and fight well. Knock them down.
Get out of here.
Time to bleed,
We win. Yay. Someone's gonna speed glitch into this. Oh, he did, but it didn't matter. Get him. Alright, let's do the jackal then. Well, I mean, to be fair, it was kind of like a 3v4. Last year, I wasn't doing anything. Oh, Shakal. I also like really funny the jackal has clip capacity though. It's a fucking revolver. Go watch No Tail Cinema. No Tail? The fucking Dota player? No, I don't have time for that shit, bro. Oh, it's our teammates. Well, wait, actually, I just realized, why is his name fucking No Tail, bro? I added real AS to the game. He's not the first one. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's specialty. It range slightly nerf, damage slightly nerf, fire rate slightly nerf, and specialty. I think it's all a bit too much. You can just nerf the fire rate. I think it's fine. I think it shoots too fast. That's about it. Silence and mod remove. Yeah, I guess maybe. But I agree. Reduce the fire rate. Base rate speed slightly reduced without mods. I mean, that's one of the only benefits of running the gun. Range slightly nerf. I don't know. I don't think we need 2 nerfs at MV34, bro. It's too much. Like, its only benefit is the fact that it has faster straight speed and better blind fire accuracy. But like, generally, blind fire accuracy, I don't know. I don't like it. Or body shot damage closer in 14 to 30 with 5. Also, like nerf the headshot multiplier 205. That works. Regal spread. Increase. I don't know, man. The H is already too RNG filled. I wouldn't agree with that either. Like, increasing the recoil will not make the gun require more skill. Will make it just more frustrating to use. It is crazy. Yeah, well. P90, range slightly nerfed. Base damage slightly buffed to compensate. I think the P90 also needs fast ADS speed. It is one of the few guns that has also the slow one. Headshot down multiplier nerfed. Nerfed? Slightly less headshot damage range, similar shots down base distance. I don't know. I think if you're nerfing the copper, just keep the arrowhead the way it is. Reload speed decrease from 2.5 to 3 seconds. I don't like changing reload speeds either. Also, I don't think nerfing the damage on the low S is good either. Overall range nerf and mid range to increase by 1 to compensate for 40 to 15. Yes. Recoil spread slightly increased. As I said, I don't like changing recoil on guns. Reload speed decrease. Like I remember in my initial concept I had some more things regarding it, but I changed that. Like I don't change like reload speeds or recoil really in any gun. Like I think I changed a little bit on the InSauce base one, but I think I actually buffed the mod. Fire slightly buffed. I think any change that's only like recoil or like stray speed and like I don't know. I don't think that's necessary personally. Buffing the M4 slight. I think this is fine for the M4. This is good. The M4 I think should have a little bit more range. It's not that good, but it's not that bad either. Mid long 36 body fat. That's very long. I like the Harrison. I agree. You just buff the range. I think on the Harrison. I think the GX and the Harrison only need a slight buff increase, like maybe 15%, and that will make them fine. Clip can increase by 25 to 30. That's fine. 35 to 40. That's fine. I'm a slight increase to compensate. That's good. Range slightly buffed. Not necessary. Not supposed to be good at range. Reload speed buffed. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Though you're already increasing the clip capacity, so I don't think you need to increase the reload speed as well. Damage increased by 0.5. I think that's okay, but that is very risky if you're buffing the range as well. And the reload speed, like I think that's too risky. Like I would say remove range buff and damage increase. And just keep the other two. And like range reload that. Like the bottom three. I think the other ones are fine. Like, I mean, I also added initially my concept about, like, increasing the damage, but I removed that. Why is this match not starting? Because, like, yeah, sure, you can increase the range. Like, I understand that you want to make it, like, a little bit more longer range than the P90, but I don't know. I think the XDR and the P90 and the MP34 and the GX39 are the only 4 SMGs in the game, and I think they're generally fine in the current position. They just need to be a little bit better. I agree with all the changes to the GX. Recoil speed reduced. Damage slightly nerfed to come to the range. Amount of bonus slightly nerfed to compensate. We start out from a pickup for 10 bullet 20. And low ammo warning adjusted. Yeah, that's one of the things I put there as well. It's really fucking annoying. Lock and load. Yeah. The Pack 80 isn't too bad, to be honest. I think it's fine in its current state. Like, it would actually be a meta weapon if you started nerfing all the other weapons, because the Pack 80 can still 3-shot kill at every range. The Pack 80 is like genuinely really good at like mid-long range. Kerrigan reclass as a heavy weapon. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because I don't even know how it functions in Lost Legacy now that I think about it. Being slightly worse than the ARX, but doing more. I already don't like the ARX as a power heavy weapon. I don't think I would like the Kerrigan as a heavy weapon either. General aim says fine tune across all weapons. That's good. Bonfire gives fine tune across all weapon one cover. Recoil bloom patterns related is more less random. Oh yeah, I mean I guess that's fine if you want to increase the overall. If you want to increase the overall recoil, then I guess it's fine if you reduce the randomness in it. But yeah, in a lot of the way it was mentioned specifically as increased recoil and spread. So Fix the silencer bug for arrowhead higher than a metaler. That's a good one too. You will now only be able to be down twice before the third round's an insta KO. Well, I guess I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good balance between them. I think I'm okay with that, to be honest, that you progressively bleed out faster and then you just die if you get down 3 times in one life. I think that's fine. Well, I should hear that dance with an explosive. Suicide penalty, I think that's kickback medals. Just spawned out any sort of move you had before. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. Not sure about resetting all the metal kickbacks, though, but I agree with the other ones. Down system animation, I think that's a little bit too much work, generally. Optional, though. Yeah, they're optional, I would say, kind of. But I understand the philosophy about using it as a way to, like, be able to finish people that are behind cover when they're not, like, fully down. Though I think that adds a little bit too many inconsistencies to how the game feels. But yeah, optional. Like, the thing is, in my concept, I have nothing that's optional. Basically. Well, the entire thing is, I guess. Respawning is where the function plus Uncharted the entire screen together. That's good. I mean, that's what I did too. Utility kick was an RKO after that. Good. All gear kickback upgrades reset on death. Unspent kickback medals do carry over death. Or play that's what I instantly. So yeah, well that makes sense. That's how it is in Uncharted 3. Yeah, I agree with the last parts of that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to read. Not gonna do it now. Yeah, I know why you're putting it. But like for me, I considered everything on a practical level, so I don't have anything optional. Like I also made sure that I kept things that because introducing too much animation work, I think is too much. Like I think generally the animation work that is currently in the game, yeah, you said it was optional, yeah, sure, and it's good that you put it in the concept. But I think for me, I only consider things from a practical ramification, meaning that things that Naughty Dog probably wouldn't do, like animation sets, would not gonna happen. Where's the Riot Shield buff? I love the lore in Arc Raiders, though. And we'll get more to it as it goes on. Because, like, you're talking about if absolutely necessary. I mean, it's like, who's the one making those decisions? It's you. You're the one making the decision if it's necessary or not. But I understand why you're doing it, of course. But yeah, as I said, when you wrote the concept, everything that you write in the concept is specifically from your understanding because you wrote it. So when someone else is reading it, like, yeah, if you have to read everything in sequential order and stuff to understand, well, people are gonna have no fucking clue, right? So, I mean, I think that's feedback I'll take to rewriting my own concept as well. That's kind of why I don't really share my concept, because, yeah, I know everything that's in it. But if you don't know everything that's in it, well, then it's gonna be very different. Like, you need to have people in a position like right now when I'm reading it, when people don't have to look at something else and read the whole thing. Because at that point, nobody's gonna read it, right? And I'm also kind of like against like nerfing things in general. Like I think I'd rather buff things. The only things I want to nerf is like things that are obvious outliers. But I wouldn't be to like I wouldn't change them too much. Like it would just be changing one part of it. Like I'm always like I'm a fan of nerfing one particular thing more than nerfing like instead of nerfing 5 things slightly, I'll rather nerf one thing like in a bit more significant way to just maintain the gun's like actual identity. Because when you nerf too many things, you tend to kind of upset the identity of the weapon because then it just feels bad. Like, look at the Toro in Arc Raiders, for example. Now that gun feels like ass. My gun is not shooting. Because they nerfed everything about it. They didn't have to do that. It's just a little bit too much. Yeah, but that's what I did, though. I wrote everything from a practical perspective. Nothing in my concept is theoretical. Well, I mean, it is theoretical, of course, but like I wrote it with the practicality in mind. I am considering it specifically from how it would actually work in game. I did the same with Uncharted 2 and 3. Like, whenever I consider anything from those games, I did it specifically from the game. And I understand if you don't want to do that. It's a concept. It's up to you. You write your own ramifications, your own rules. But that's what I did it for. So, for me, when I consider it, like, it's a little bit different in that way. But I understand why you did it, and I respect it. I think it's very good. It's a very good creative exercise. But yeah, Naughty Dog doesn't give a shit about it. It's never gonna make this happen. But in the off chance that they actually did do it, I would love to see some of these things being implemented. Like maybe at some point or another, like Thanos shows up and snaps us out all of existence. And when we get brought back, we're in a different universe, in a different timeline. Who knows? Very unlikely, but possible. Then maybe. Then I would like to see these things. I don't think I got a single down with this gun. Why is he shooting me? Shoot the other guys, bro. I am by the way! I mean, yeah, the thing is, like, as I said, like, both the Jackal and the Para 9 are very good if you get headshots. I think they should be a little bit better, but they're very good if you get headshots. If you don't get headshots... Like, that's a quick time to kill. That's good. I think the reason I wanted to increase the Jackal's, like, down... yeah, because the Para 9 shoots a little bit faster than the Jackal. I want the Para 9 to, like, deal lower body damage, but slightly higher headshot damage, right? So I want them to feel, like, unique in a way. So the Jackal shoots a bit slower, but it's a little bit more damage. I think the Jackal should also be able to kill a down person in one shot if they don't have down but not out, which it currently can't because they have 30 health, right? Oh my god, bro. So I think it's fine. Like, I think the Jackal should just be a little bit stronger, and the Para 9 should be a little bit more, like, potentially good. But they should still be 4 body shots to down. Like, I think that's just fine. That's part of the gun. As I said, the guns... As I said, the guns need to maintain their identity. They need to be pretty much the same way they currently are, with maybe some improvements or decreases. Like, I'm not a huge fan of changing recoil or, like, aim speed and stuff. Like, the only guns I want to change aim speed on is guns that already have a very slow one. Because that's just, that's a weird mechanic. I think, like, as I said, like, I don't want inconsistencies. I want the game to feel consistent, you know? Like, you know what you're getting. Because if every gun, like, sure, you can say there's a lot of depth in having different mechanics for different weapons. Sure, you can say that. Die, thanks. But some of these mechanics are just like, they're just annoying, really, to learn. So I'd rather the guns maintain, like, primary stay, and you only change things on a practical level. Like, I'm more a fan of a concept when it comes to cosmetics and stuff, and quality of life improvements, so that's obviously the biggest part for me about that concept as well. That's what I'm mostly interested in. Yeah, I mean, I'll read it on my spare time. Like, right now, I'm streaming, obviously, so I want to put in, like, actual matches and stuff as well. And interact with chat, so... Cajun fries. I agree. I do occasionally have dirty fries, Cajun fries, and I think one of the things is that they add a lot. Like sometimes they add too much spice, though. They add a little bit too much of it, so the entire thing just tastes spice, which is good. I want it to be spicy, but I want to also be able to taste the potato. Yeah, so like the thing is, I'll go through this when I make the YouTube video about going through your concept. And I also like obviously try to present my own because I think this gives you. This is a good exercise for me as well to get mine out in a practical terminology. Well, not terminology. It's like putting things in a particular order and making sure I explain things the way they need to be explained. I like when my teammates are playing the objective. Oh my god, bro. Clouding Twistle, where the fuck are you? Specific time frame. I don't know, honestly. Next week, because I'm not gonna read it all at once. Obviously, I'll probably like read overall and then just like put notes down of things that I don't agree with. Like as I said, everything in my concept is specifically considered from a practical perspective. It's like theory crafted within like ramifications of the game. Meaning that things that Naughty Dog wouldn't be able to possibly do or even put in effort to do. Mine is considered from the perspective that if Naughty Dog looked at it today, they would be like, yeah, sure, we're going to do this because we can. Because a lot of these things aren't actually specifically like designed as a like what if or as being optional. Like mine would essentially be a framework for everything that you could be doing. And that's why I also make sure that I don't take too many like creative liberties and be like, oh yeah, we could do this and that. But yeah, I understand why you want to present things as like an optional like what if scenario, because it all at the end of the day it all is an optional what if scenario. Did they just get DDoSed? Did you just get DDoSed, Cloudy? Am I there? This is where the Jackal sucks. No. Why the fuck did you leave then? Oh, okay. I don't know, something's going on in this lobby, bro. This is so fucking laggy. Like, I saw both you and Twistle, like, lagging so much. That's why I assume you're kicked for... Yeah, bro. Speed glitch in a fucking 5v1, you fucking deck tree. That was not a headshot? That wasn't a headshot? Like, Nadine's afro is bulletproof, bro. He's back out, yeah, I guess. It's a waste of time with these fucking losers. Like, you're actually speed glitching in a 5v1, bro. What the fuck happened with Miltos anyways? Weren't we gonna do a 2v2 against him so we can see who's the better player? Between you and Twistle? I mean, in these 4 games we played, you and Twistle have had basically the same score, bro. Oh my god. Why is he getting on the game then if he doesn't want to play? Bitch boy, bro. Fuck Miltos. Oh, I see, I got you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll add you on Discord, whatever your name is, and then I'll just message you. Because, yeah, I'll probably have a cameo with you on the video. Because, yeah, it would be nice, because obviously when I'm talking, because obviously I have social awareness. So, I understand that obviously when you wrote it, you have a different perspective in mind. And when you wrote things, you understand that when you're writing new things, you're writing them from a perspective when you already know how everything works, right? So obviously, it would be important to know what the person is actually thinking when they are approaching the game. Twistle is your prodigy. Well, man, then you should be proud about the fact that you're in the same rating. I mean, my document looks like ass. What did you make your document in, anyways? Protege, probably. Fuck knows. Who knows what these guys mean, bro? Okay, so we have. Oh no, my porn document. We gotta go here. Because obviously mine isn't editing really. Like, oh, that's my script. I mean, I have a lot of concepts here. It's just so many. We got a whole fucking. What the fuck is it, bro? Uncharted. It's not even in this fucking. It's not even on this account, bro. Fucking hell. I have so many Gmails. I think it's in FIweaver. I think I have it saved. Yeah, it's on FIweaver. There's so many, bro. Yeah, obviously mine is here. Not the porn. It's my gifted child. He really is. Yeah, so yeah, so obviously this is how mine looks currently because it obviously is in here. But yeah, everything in this comes written from a practical perspective with the main focus being an incentive for everyone, old and new, to get into the game and just feel nostalgia about the experience to fulfill potential Guinness Bound way too early. My belief is that in order to make Uncharted 4 multiplayer truly generation-defining title, it has to retain its own identity, but also innovate and develop upon existing ideas and content from the previous two games. That means that the core gameplay itself will be the same as the current one of Uncharted 4 multiplayer, but with much more content and glitch fixes to bugs, exploiting glitches. Content quality of life improvements and gameplay depth would be significantly increased, which gives casual, tried, and competitive players the ability to have fun, distinguish themselves, and compete in a fair, well-crafted experience. This concept will be divided up by the columns on the left. Obviously, we had a bunch of them. They haven't been. So we obviously have. The text is really big, but that's just because the fact that I made it that way because I was a YouTube. I did most of this on my phone, so I haven't actually structured anything. But yeah, you can download the game, the multiplayer specifically. Gotta unmute. High resolution mode will cap the frame rate to stable 60 FPS to achieve stable 140/44 resolution. High frame rate mode will add dynamic resolution to achieve a stable frame rate 120 FPS. If certain mechanics are tied to the FPS, then it may remain at 60 and PS4 can be again play against each other as usual. And this is where I consider kind of like a practical, like an optional situation, because there is a possibility that if you allow PS4 and PS5 players to play against each other, well, then PS5 players will have a natural advantage if they have higher FPS. They may, and also that practical consideration, the game may have no issue staying at 1444 120 FPS anyways. Improved system controller and game latency with input delay should no longer be noticeable. Added ALS, which is advanced look settings, where you can fine tune everything. Add independent sensitivity values to each weapon. These can be toggled on and off at will. Personal statistics have been updated and fleshed out. There's a lot more here, but in bugs, it's just netcode improvements, fix the bug where players sometimes split up and end up in different matches or screens, fix the bug where weapon slim something that locks the weapon in place, and prevents you from shooting. This one I fucking hate. I want to kill someone. I want to kill that thing whenever it happens. There's more stuff here that I need to separate into things, because streak stop bonus, that's not a bug fix, really. And for like rebalancing, like base mechanics have been changed along with fair and traditional experience. These are made to improve base gameplay flow and prevent instances at heavy weapon spam and excessive camping. Weapons no longer cost loadout points, and the default loadout points for everyone is 20. All power weapons now put in specific place on the map with respective 4-minute cooldowns. Who's inviting me? Fuck you. All power weapons, yeah. Some fan favorites make a return. Maps are a maximum of 5 different heavy weapons. Channel Lake, you have 4, same as it is now. Hammer would be in. You get 6 grenades like Uncharted 2. Max damage 60. RPG's 2 rockets instead of 3 like it currently is. ARX is the slash at the headshot multiplier. Display pubs. I'm already with people, boy. You start searching in King of the Hill. Find us. Oh, you asked AI to do it? Oh yeah, I may do that as well. I hate AI, but in this scenario, I think it's okay. Hello, get it? Yeah, I'm sure. Like, how did you even like see anything that I wrote here? I mean, I think I shared it in one of my videos or one of my streams. How are you supposed to balance hero weapons? You don't have them in the game. No, but that's the thing. In my concept, mods still cost mods still cost load up points. The guns don't, but the mods do. So that it doesn't change anything. It just means that instead of having 26, you just have 20. And the mods are the ones that you balance it for. And it's also the fact that I think I think I also have a boost that allows you like weapons expert, and Uncharted 2 or 3 allowed you to have like another long gun mod as well. So basically, you could do that, or you could just use a hero weapon. But they will still cost that booster would obviously cost more load up points. So it's kind of like a choice, I guess. Yeah, I mean you're right, of course. Spawn flying has been removed. Cast strip has been removed. Wave spawning has been removed. It's specific scenario. This is pretty much the only thing I actually want to change about like the base gameplay itself. Because being able to see people where people are on the map when you die and respawn, that's stupid. It doesn't make any sense for that to exist. Passive crash strip obviously allows people to get points without actually playing the game. I don't like that either. And wave spawning, it just makes spawning too inconsistent. Because, like, yeah, if you die at 12, you respawn instantly. If you die at 31, you'll have to respawn at 12 seconds. Right? But yeah, as I said, like, hero weapons would still cost. Like, let's say you have a hero weapon with reload speed and clip capacity, that would still cost 4 load up points. That wouldn't change anything at all. It would be exactly like it is in Uncharted 3. Realistically, like you'll have to use either use a power hero weapon that doesn't have the mods that you may want, or you use that booster and you get to select, and you also get additional bonuses. But the weapons expert is not a problem though. Like that's the thing. Like you give something up when using that. There's a lot of people in the game that don't actually use weapons expert, which you don't need to if you like play very passively. Why would everyone run that? Like, you don't need 2 mods for your gun. Most people don't run 2 mods for their gun anyways. It's a completely optional thing if you want people to run extra mods or not. People wouldn't be running hero weapons anyways. Because there's really no point to run hero weapons in the current state of the game. Like, you're assuming that everyone would run that when it's really not in this game. You don't need 2 mods, generally. Like, name one gun in this game that you actually need 2 mods on, or, like, kind of want it. None. So it's like, yeah, it gives you people the possibility for having it if they really want to. But realistically, there wouldn't be any reason to do so. It's just for people that may want that little extra edge on a certain weapon. Like, they may want a suppressor and clip capacity, like on the XCR, for example. But, like, realistically, people aren't doing that. And that wouldn't change either way, just because you, like, introduced that mechanic. Kerrigan strafe speed silencer? Yeah, that's maybe the only one you're using, but that costs so many fucking load up points, I nobody run it anyways. Help me, teammates. It's like, yeah, from a theoretical perspective, if you're spending 4 load up points to be able to put another mod on your pistol or your long gun, I mean, nobody's really going to do it. It provides the option to do it, but nobody's going to. Like, feasibly. Like, if you play this game right now, the only hero weapon people actually use is, like, reload speed and clip capacity. That's it. That's pretty much the only combination that you would actually want. But realistically, most guns you don't need both on. I think it's the only guns you want both on is, like, the DC. Not a DC, wait, it's even a gun you want that on, to be honest. Like, you actually need... Bishai. Bishai is the only one, I think. I'm dead. I'm not... Yeah, but that's not a booster that's too strong, though. Look at Uncharted 3. Whistle is fucking lag switching, bro. Look at Uncharted 3. Nobody really runs weapons expert except for people that are running sniper. Bro, Twistle, man. The fuck is he doing? Drake's Aegis? Yeah, I mean... Nobody runs it because it's too expensive, though. Because Uncharted 3 has like a pretty good design in a lot of these ways, but I don't know. Twistle is not legit, bro. Now it's not lagging at all, but he was lagging hella hard there for some reason. I want to change that stuff people don't ask for, yeah, of course. But I didn't change super many things, realistically. But yeah, I guess I understand it. Like, if you want to keep the 26 loadout point system, I guess that's fine. But the reason also that I reduce it because you can put kickback on every class as well, meaning that you don't actually need to use. The only thing you'll be using loadout points for generally is going to be weapons, boosters, like gear upgrades and things like that. The kickbacks take care of the sidekick and the mysticals altogether, meaning that you're not going to be wasting loadout points of those things anyways. The only reason I reduced the loadout point from 26 to 20 is because of the fact you don't no longer have to think about those things. So instead of everyone buying a mystical at the end of the game, well, you can have you kick back on your class at any given time. Which may have a much stronger incentive to staying on one class. Instead of just like having one and then changing. Hell, my fatty. Face lag switching? Yeah, so it's Twistle, bro. I used Drake's FAL. We used to use Elena's FAL in the beginning of the game. Like, competitive Uncharted, we used Elena's FAL. Elena's HS, I mean. It has clip capacity and strafe speed. That's the one we used because we didn't have any more boosters because that was before Weapons Expert and Gunsling was even in the game. Why did I just shoot my gun like a paranoid? What the fuck? Like, that's the only time. I think some people use not Drake's Aegis. Like Drake's FAL, I think. That has reload speed and strafe speed. It's wild. Aegis used to be free, yeah. But I mean, honest compensate for weapons expert being universal. That's the thing, though. I don't think I have an issue with a weapons expert actually being a booster as it is. I think you can make the argument that everyone should have it. Fine. I think in my battle royale, everyone has it. But the thing is, though, like weapons expert, like in my battle royale, everyone has it, of course, because in that sense it makes sense. But like. That because in the Battle Royale, it's not the same way, you know, like you don't have... Everyone lands in with, like, nothing, essentially, right? So it makes sense that everyone has the ability to have Weapons Expert. Because in that scenario, it's RNG. In multiplayer, it's not RNG to have Weapons Expert. And the thing is, a lot of people don't run Weapons Expert, and it's completely fine that they don't. Like, if you don't want to run it, I think that would be fine. I mean, Cloudy, bro, Twistle is above you, again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, bro. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Mysticals and Sidekicks have a specific slot in the loadouts with respect to kickback costs. You can only select one of them. Of each. They do not... That's the thing, like, no, yeah, this is the thing. Oh, yeah, they have a specific kickback slot. You can select one or the other. You don't select one. And then you can use your metal. Like, kind of would work kind of similar as it does currently. And mods will, however, add additional kickback cost. Metals work as currently recycled mystical to work with currently do. It would switch classes to one that does not have the same mystical selection when you lose the mystical. I didn't think I specifically mentioned that you lose the metals, though. But I think it's like, if you use your metals, you don't collect, like, a backlog of them. So... I personally don't think a Battle Royale fits Uncharted's vibe. I mean, a Battle Royale would pretty much save Uncharted, realistically, though. You need to have one at this point. You kicked me because I rage baited you? That's crazy. Yeah, but the thing is, like, yeah, the thing is, though, I have multiple concepts. It's not just this one. We have one for co-op as well, bro. But yeah, there's not just... I don't just have one. I have three separate ones. Like, of course, a Battle Royale fits perfectly with Uncharted vibe, bro. What are you talking about? Uncharted, like, did you see, like, you know, they're a bunch of treasure hunters all looking for the same fucking shit, bro. It makes complete sense that they have multiple people fighting to find something. It makes complete fucking sense. The whole premise of Uncharted is literally multiple treasure hunters trying to find the same thing. That's like the whole premise. It makes complete sense. Thoughts on Harden being innate? I don't know, man. I think as long as if you streamline the damage wobble, Harden being the way it is, that's fine. I think damage wobble in this game has a balancing property, but I think it's too inconsistent because some guns have different ones, right? But yeah, battery roll concept, it's a completely different one. But like weapon rebalancing, all weapons now have the same damage wobble when dealing and receiving damage. All weapons now have the base aim speed. Exceptions are sniper rifles, because obviously they have slower ones. This is the thing as well, because like as I said, like I kind of want to mitigate inconsistency between them, because right now, for example, the Metler and the Arrowhead and the what the fuck's the other gun? They have very slow ADS speeds, P90 as well. There's no reason for them to have that. AK as well. It makes the guns feel worse. Easier to, yeah, but it wouldn't be a problem having multiple ones. Like, put nades on your class if you want the nade. Oh, we're playing. I think I have one. Yeah, I have one here. Yeah, but they're not 100 randoms competing with each other. My battle royale doesn't have 100 players. It has 50 in solos and 60 in duos and trios. You don't need like 100 players. Like, I mean, obviously you can present that as an actual aspect of the game. It's not just gonna be 100 people dropping into the map. There's gonna be a reason why they're doing it. Obviously. But yeah, either way. But yeah, everything that I wrote is from a practical perspective. That's why I'm not putting too many things in. That's how I'm trying to keep it very simple, generally. Like, all boosters, health, damages, and equipment of your kill is now shown upon that. Like, AK-47 increased reload speed to align with other weapons. I think I also had the ADS speed here at some point. Reload speed and ADS speed. Oh no, that's not necessary because we already put it on every gun. Because all weapons now have the same base aim speed, so obviously I don't need to put that on the AK specifically, right? Yeah, but I don't think you know what a battle royale is at that point. It's not glorified free for all because you don't respawn. It's whoever is alive at the end. It's still the same thing. A battle royale doesn't need 100 players, you know, like the whole point of a battle royale is that it's a sandbox essentially. You can do whatever you want as long as the ultimate outcome is last man alive. Bro, bro, Twizzle is cheating, bro. Cloudy, bro. He's fucking cheating. Bro. It's like it's solo. I mean, it solos, duos, and trios. Bro, the whistle is fucking cheating, man. Where's this guy from, bro? Tell me right now. I'll be able to tell immediately if he's actually doing this on purpose or not.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
And realistically, most fucking... the thing is, like, battle royales are basically glorified last man standing. Like, you don't respawn, so, like, the whole point of battle royale, like, playing an Uncharted 4 match when you only have one life may not be too fun. That's why people don't really like elimination and shit, because, yeah, it's kind of boring. But, like, Search and Destroy is really good because there's an objective in it. You can put in a lot of mechanics into it. Yeah, but that's because a lot of the battle royales actually suck ass, though. The reason that it's diluted because most of them are shit. If you actually had good battle royales, then it wouldn't be a concern. It's like, as I said with everything, the problem isn't that there's a lot of them that exist. The problem is a lot of them are shit. Okay. Okay, Verdant. Bro. Telltale, bro. Yeah, but the Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Apex have very different battle royales, bro. They're not the same, really, any of them. They're very different games. Like, the thing is, like, a battle royale, as I said, is a sandbox. It doesn't have to be limited to one thing or the other. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about Twistle, man. Like, he's not lag switching. I think he's just super fucking laggy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing I put in my idea as well, that the battle royale is built upon the existing idea of the game, and it's going to take about, like, 6 months to actually make. And the thing is, the way the battle royale works is like basically you would combine all the best maps from previous Uncharted games, and you just put them all in one map. Bro, Twistle hit them. What the fuck? He's full health. I think Twistle is super laggy. I don't know what's going on here. Like, you don't have to make a completely new map. You already have the existing framework of these maps. Just put them all together, bro. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't fucking count because you got Amari in your fucking team, bro. Man, his shoulder swapping 100 fucking feet by now. Man got stunned and nothing happened. Pitching beer for Uncharted specific to people might actually turn away. Yeah, but that's why you're not doing it first. You're doing it like literally like a year after you update the game. Because as I said, the thing is though, Uncharted needs to be pitched to two different audiences. You need one part of the game that's designed specifically for people that like Uncharted multiplayer, and then you need one that's significantly more accessible to the wider audience. You need to keep these things separate. They're not mixing them. So if you want to play the Uncharted Battle Royale, you don't have to play the multiplayer at all, and it's not going to retract from it at all because you're updating this game for the primary time. The Battle Royale is a completely separate addition to the game. It's like, you don't have to engage with it at all. Like, yeah, if you're going from the point that, yeah, maybe it retracts from actually updating the game. Bro, I can't play with Twistle, man. He's too fucking laggy. Literally floating on my screen, man. Also, that's not true, though. Elena's the only skin I have that doesn't have fucking shoes. This is my last game anyways. Alright, maybe the rage bait isn't working, but it doesn't fucking count because you have Amari and he's lagging his ass off. Yes, it may pitch people away from Uncharted, but the thing is we're doing the Battle Royale a year after you update the game to begin with, so it's like, it's gonna take a long time to get to that point. So by the time people are kind of bored of it again, well, then you provide something new. You are so far away from me, bro. That's not splitting player bases, though. They're completely different fucking audiences. What are you talking about? It's a very different audience of the people that play multiplayer and people that play Battle Royale. They're not the same. It's called a question of options. Like, if you're releasing a Battle Royale alongside the main game, yeah, well, of course, then it's probably going to split the player base, but that's not what we're doing. This game is going to have people that play it, as I just said. They're two different audiences. Like, we're not splitting the player base of people that are actually playing the multiplayer. Like, that's kind of the whole point. Like, people that play Call of Duty multiplayer, do you think that they're playing Warzone? Not really. Most of them play either multiplayer or Warzone. It's like completely different games. So you're not splitting the player base by providing more content for the game. That's like saying that putting zombies in Call of Duty is splitting the player base. Not the same thing. And there are people that love Uncharted 4 multiplayer or probably love a Battle Royale as well. And there's people who probably wouldn't love the multiplayer and love the Battle Royale. And there's people that will love the multiplayer, not the Battle Royale. Giving people options is not the same thing, generally, in this scenario. Because I think it's like, yeah, you want to give people options and creative abilities to play the game that they want to play. Of course they do. But there's a big difference between a Battle Royale and a multiplayer because they are completely different concepts and have completely different players generally. Yeah, but the thing is, I've also played every single Battle Royale out there for money even. Like, I played Apex, PUBG, Warzone, Fortnite, Blackout. A couple other ones too. Super People as well, I like. A lot of Battle Royales have like a lot of very good stuff in them. I'm so this can play both Warzone and multiplayer. Yeah. Well. Might just taking too fucking long, man. So it's like, yeah, if you want to play multiplayer, you can do so, and that's what updates the game. But by the time people are kind of getting sick of the game in the larger sphere, that's when you provide a battle royale to keep people hooked on the game. You can't do it for all the time. There's gonna be people that want to play the multiplayer. Because, like, realistically, people that played this game now, if you introduce, like, hey, we're gonna make a BR for this game, well, for a lot of people playing the game, they'll probably be like, I don't like that. But if you said, hey, we're gonna update this game, and then maybe 6 months later down the line, we'll reduce a battle royale idea for it, then people are not gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't want that. Because at that point, you're introducing a completely different aspect of the game later down the line, after you already show the main community that you're updating the game for them. Yeah, yeah. Fucking die. Bro, Twistle! Hit Twistle and hit you one time. What the fuck, man? Okay, I'm gonna move Twistle down on the list just because of the fact that he's lagging his ass off and not hitting a single bullet. Like, what's going on here? I've never seen him play this way. Playing on dial. 25 health. Good job. Why are you losing to Mario, bro? I'm playing with Twistle. That's playing on a 1 megabit connection right now. He's floating, bro. Bro, you ran that far back? Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my god. Just put it in the chat. I mean, you just need to put your name in, all you said, you. Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to have free for all for the game as well. Oh, I just read it. I just read that Anna said she was gonna back out and snipe. What the fuck was this? It's like 20 minutes ago. Oh. Man, I'm not even looking at my screen right now. My bad. I don't know why Twistle's so fucking laggy, man. Wish my HS shot like that. Here. I have one. If I had 2 more bullets, he would have died. Fuck's sake. Where's Twistle, man? Like, bro. Bro, I can't play with this guy. Well, just ignore them. I mean, I don't have them any randoms and chat. I mean, Twistle is just, I don't know what's happening with his internet, bro. I wish my HS shot like a metler. I think all of you are super laggy in this match, to be honest.
Should probably just follow the gunfire.
Can I get my health back? Why am I so one shot? Bro, Twistle, man. Man, just playing the game with dialogue. What? Now he died, bro! Huh. This shit's crazy. Okay, bro! Yeah, I mean, it was frozen there. I mean, I don't know. I can't play with Cloudy when it's this, or not Cloudy, Twistle when it's this laggy, bro. Cheeto buff. 69. What are the number? Or you maybe don't have any numbers actually. In a match? Alright. You can snipe me off there then. I'm trying to add you. I mean. Ah, there you go. When we play our games, we just done. I'm not playing with this guy. He's super fucking laggy. That doesn't actually count as a match between Twistle because he's super fucking laggy. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, you sent it. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, obviously my concept is not organized whatsoever. It's literally just like whatever I threw on screen. But yeah. You obviously got M4 airhead and carry and increased headshot multiplier from 2 to 2.5. Damage wobble streamline as well. Because obviously, I wrote these at the beginning of it, so you change the base ADS speed, and are you off or still playing? I'm off from these games. Yeah, so M4 airhead and carry can increase headshot multiplier from 2 to 2.5x, because that obviously make them a little bit better. And specialty reduce range and fire rate by 15%. The Master Harbinger Arclow and M14 now have full accuracy when you're halfway through the aim animation scope bump. This allows for more consistently early shots and also makes quick scopes possible. Right now, the guns just don't shoot straight when you're aiming. Krivosk, reduce headshot multiplier from 3x to 2x from 51 to 34. Streamline applies. This will be useful. It's not great. Foul burst timing. Burst time is delay hard coded. It cannot be made faster by aiming in and out of shoulder swapping, etc. I haven't really changed anything about the headshot multiplier with the FAL specifically, but that's something we haven't really considered. The FAL, Copperhead, and HS are iconic weapons and will maintain those positions. Other weapons simply need to be improved to be a viable alternative. Yeah, because Devo is a very normal person, isn't he, though? He will tell you about the concept and say that you're an idiot, and then he will just never give a shit about it. He thinks he's gonna be running Uncharted 5, bro. Yeah, so Harrison increased all damage ranges by 20%. XCR increased base clip capacity from 25 to 30. MP5, GX39, ACW Dragonfly, P90 now all have the same base G speed valve, ADS valves with XCR and MP34 for consistency of weapon time. Jackal increased all damage range by 20. I initially had this when I increased damage, but I changed it just to ranges. But that one is obviously in work in progress. Rafika, all it did was just hard code the burst timings and reduce the damage wobble. RKL increased clip capacity from 25 to 32, reduce recoil. Kind of boring, but Para9 increased headshot multiplier from 2x to 2.5x. If coupled with headshots, the pistol will now hold a strong TDK across close and medium range. First damage range now deals 2050 instead of 24 for Yeah, so there's not really that many things I actually want to change with the guns, generally. At some point, I had a lot more here, but I removed a lot of it just to make sure that it's more streamlined and easy to follow. Because for me, the reasoning behind this is just because the fact that I don't want to change too many things. It needs to be easy to follow. Right? Things need to be very clear-cut and not too much in there. And it's kind of like, because that's why the reason I don't have a bunch of optional stuff, because I want the things that are actually considered to be considered, right? It has 20, it has 20? I thought it was 25. Alright. Oh no, it's the clip capacity mod that's increased. No, actually, no, it isn't. Okay. No, it's increased the clip capacity to 24, 25, 32. Right now, I don't know what it is. Yeah, okay, the HS has 33 bullets, bro. You really think the RKL would like have any chance against an HS 32? The RKL doesn't have to be better than it currently is. I mean, it doesn't need to be much stronger than it currently is. It just needs to be more reliable. If it's more accurate and has more bullets, that would be fine. Like, I think you should be able to use the RKL as like a really like weak gun at pretty much any range. 32 bullets is not a lot, bro. Default would be 25, 32 would be that. Because the RKL is already worse than the Micro and the FASA anyways. You may as well give it some actual benefit. Because I think, according to the spreadsheet value, I think it actually has much more range than the other guns do. Like, here, if you look, for example, at... Because, like, right now, for the FASA is 12, 10, 9. The RKL is the... Actually, RKL is actually lower than the FASA as well. Yeah, we'll maybe change that then. Though it does have a higher head... No, it also has a lower headshot multiplier by 1.8. Well, we're gonna have to increase that then. Increased headshot multiplier from 1.8 to 2x. Okay, paper. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, the thing, it have 32 bullets, but look at the fucking arrowhead. It has 40. It has like 40 by default. Like, generally, the only reason when you use the RKL is because, for example, let's say you're running an HS. The HS isn't that good at long range. So instead of running like a Raffic or something, you'll be running an RKL. Because, yeah, it'll be really good at long range. It's not going to do that much damage, but like 10 shots down at long range, I think that's fine. It wouldn't be great, but it would still be fun to use. For the Kerrigan, I just increased the headshot multiplier. I did the same for the Arrowhead and the M4. Because the thing is, like, the Arrowhead is like, what, a 4 headshot down? The 2.5x, I think, it would still be, I think it would still be, actually... No, with no, it would be 34 then. It would be 1535 with 2.5x. Which I guess could be a little bit too strong. But it would be fine for the M4 and the Kerrigan, generally. Because as I said, the HS has not changed, really, either. Because that's the thing. Initially, I had the Copperhead and the FAL and the HS here, but I removed them because I think the way that they function is that you don't want to change that. I did change it at some point, but I removed it. Yeah, I know, but like the ARX is already a heavy weapon. That's like just a better long gun. Turning the Kerrigan into a heavy weapon is also just a better long gun. I think would be kind of boring. I mean, still, I mean, the thing is, the Kerrigan doesn't really have any like vertical recoil. It pretty much stays like in the middle all the time. So it's like, yeah, you give it a little bit more headshot multiplayer, then it's fine. Because as I said, in my concept, I'm not nerfing the HS really. Like, I'm not really nerfing the cop rate on the FAL either. Like, maybe later down the line, I mean, you're nerfing the FAL a little bit by cutting off the shoulder swap, like burst reset. Because as I said, the reason I have my concept this way is because I wanted to make sure that it's in a practical perspective, meaning that we're not changing things optionally here. These are like minor adjustments made to make the game more fun and balanced generally, right? Just like, yeah, obviously the Crevasse needs a nerf. At that point, may as well nerf the FAL. But they also, not to mention the way we're also buffing certain guns. We already have the M4 for that niche. Yeah, exactly. But they're different. They're different designs. So some people like the Kerrigan more than they like the M4. Like only like one person does, but still. Yeah, updated maps. Certain covers have been moved, rescaled, changed to provide more experience for both sides. The middle has been opened up to function similar to Uncharted 2 and 3. Yeah, bounty score health limit is 500, TDM score limit is now 50, command cap has been removed, commands are in the turf farm. Turf farm points are now captured twice as fast. This is also part of team objectives. Command has been moved into team objectives. Turf war has been moved to team objectives. I mean, who the fuck cares about command? That game sucks. Yeah. Yeah, like all gear now costs 0 loadout points by itself, but as upgrades cost loadout points. Grenades are for 2 extra, you can hold 2 grenades at once. For 1, you can cool and reduce by 40. Revive packs, you can either choose, you can hold 2 revives once, cool and reduce by 40, raise travel speed. So instead of the way it currently works, you're not upgrading gear, you're just selecting one upgrade for them. You can't just like get all of them. So it's like for Smoke Bomb, for example, you can choose if you want it to have reach max size immediately, but last much less. Or if you want to have smoke hides, all name tags and hit markers. Also, the way the smoke grenade works in my concept is still different. Yeah, smoke bomb has a significantly smaller spherical radius and lasts 8 seconds now. Reach is max size with 2 seconds. So with this, it goes to full size after 1 second. Like when you throw it, it just goes straight up like a Counter-Strike smoke. Mine jumps into the air before it explodes. Mine is silent or cooldown reduced. A long ass video, yes. For new weapons, I mean, Dragon Sniper, the Gmaul, the M9, the GAR 6.8, which is the... I love this gun, and every game it's been in, so we're bringing it here too. MP5, the ACW Dragonfly, which I also like the design, the hunting rifle, the Arclo 308, and M1014, the P226, then we have the SAS, the T-Bolt, and the hammer. So that's just it. That's it. I mean, you get only 1 new pistol, you get 3 power weapons, 1 shotgun, 1 sniper, 1 SMG, 1 carbine, 2 assault rifles, 1 burst gun, and then 1 sniper or 1 semi-automatic sniper. Like, you don't need that too much, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, you have the Dragon Sniper. It would just be like a between the M14 and the Maser, basically. It would basically be exactly the same, it'd just be a little bit more damage. Like the M14. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's kind of boring, but I think like you need a gun. I think it's just nice seeing these weapons back again. Even though they don't behave all too differently from existing weapons. Like, basically, the Gmaul would just be like the FAL, but it shoots a little bit faster and has more recoil. It shoots faster, has more recoil, and has less range than the FAL does. But I think it would be nice having a gun that could actually compete with the FAL, that isn't the FAL. So it's like, yeah, the M9 would be basically brought back to work pretty much the same as it does in Uncharted 3. This gun would basically just work kind of like a slower firing HS. So it's like an HS, but more accurate, but it's not as slow as the low S in the Type 95. So most of the guns that I'm adding are like kind of like in between existing weapons. So basically, the MP5 would just be a low recoil gun that is pretty good at long range or mid range, but it suffers at close range compared to like other existing weapons. Oh, what happened? Someone invite me. Okay. Find you now. Yeah, but it's no question about diluting the weapon pool. Did you play Battlefield 4, bro? That game I had a fucking 130 weapons. But it's not really a nightmare to balance, though, because of the fact that the balancing changes are all... These guns are all made in reference point to the existing ones. So, for example, let's say you increase the fire rate by 50 RPM, then you reduce the damage by maybe 2 to keep it balanced. So, realistically, they're not going to be... Sure, you could be saying that they're diluting the loot pool, but we're not balancing these weapons in post. You're introducing the weapons into the current build of the game, and then you're kind of keeping them that way. Because the reason I consider these particular range values, shots to down, and damage values, is entirely because of the fact that I balance them in regards to the current weapons. What do you mean no one cares about Battlefield, bro? Battlefield 6 was the best-selling game last year. And a lot of people love Battlefield 4. It's been bad for a while now, but... Battlefield is, like, pretty fucking popular. Yeah, Battlefield 4 is a great fucking game, bro. I don't mean nobody cares. Battlefield 4, when it came out, was, like, one of the biggest fucking games of the time. What do you mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, having multiple weapons in a game, it's often just because it feels nice. There's a lot of people out there that like certain weapons in games, and that's the thing for me. Like, the only reason I want to bring the HK433 into the game because I fucking love the gun. Like, yeah, but that's why I'm mostly not adding assault rifles, though. Like, we have a pistol, a shotgun, 2 snipers, 2 SMGs, 1 burst gun. You have 2 assault rifles, sure. Yes. Further view have shifted. Battlefield 4 is better than Battlefield 3. By miles. Like, yeah, I understand the philosophy videos making sure that you keep those weapons, but the thing is, you gotta make sure that there's people that play the other games being like, oh yeah, nice, the M9, the G-Maul are in the game, I can use those. Like, but they're not significantly better than existing weapons. But they're still completely viable in regards to them. So it's like, yeah, I understand what you mean that they want to have an identity, but like the thing is though, the guns are gonna have like different sounds, different animations, different feel to them. And right now, I think we're kind of missing a couple guns that feel like a certain way. Way better than, I mean, some of them are, I'd say some, but not all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go off. Yeah, but the thing is, though, the G-Maul that we're saying, it wouldn't be the same as the FAL. The G-Maul would shoot faster than the FAL, but it would have less range and less damage. So it's like, sure, it would be good. It would probably be better than the FAL at like close mid-range. It would add an option to like, hey, do you want to use a gun that's a little bit better at close range, but a little bit worse at mid and long range, right? Like, it wouldn't just be a better, identical to the FAL or a better FAL. It would be very different from the FAL. Like, if you look for example at the Black Ops 3, I'm not sure if you played it. You had the XR2 and you had the M8, right? They were both burst weapons, but they perform pretty differently. Like, the XR2 was generally better at like long and mid range, but M8 was a lot better at like close mid range. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like I had a lot more stuff in my concept at one point, but I cut out like almost like all the optional stuff. Just because I want to make sure that I keep it very streamlined and very simple to follow, and only specifically focusing on making the game better, and not really like having any because I already have the hypotheticals in my mind, so I just gotta cut them out. Again, no one wants to deal with that kind of stuff. Why wouldn't they though? You already have the Raffica and the Foul. The Raffica and the Foul are already getting nerfed slightly, anyways. It's called like a question of variety within the gameplay itself. Yes, if you introduce 5 weapons that all have identical stats to the Foul, then it sucks. But that's not what we're doing. Okay, sure, but the comparison between the two guns still applies. Like if you're comparing the HS and the Cooperative example, the same comparison would be done with the G-Maul and the Foul. One gun shoots faster and it's a little bit better at close range. No, but it doesn't have to either. We're just talking about a variety of decision making. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go off though. I'll see you guys next stream. Bye.